And we're live. Oh fuck, I coughed halfway through that.
We're live.
Welcome back to the Mad Wait Podcast. I'm feeling under the weather apparently. This is episode fuck knows, as usual.
Episode 9.
Is it actually 9 now?
Wait.
Is it?
Lergy, you're really on top of things, or he's fucked.
It's 9.
I just didn't want to take the
9.
chance. I was thinking 8 or 9, but I was just
it's 9. It's 9.
9. It's actually 9.
Yep.
Don't think I'm editing all one.
Yeah, we should say, I don't think we actually covered it on the episode, but one of the video files corrupted.
Oh, aye, okay.
So there is one of the podcasts a couple of weeks ago.
It's just audio.
It's just audio, just to clear that up. I think
some
we said
people
we were
still
gonna,
watched it.
Some people do. I mean, it's a podcast. Podcasts are audio.
Exactly. That's true. You're right.
That's me.
I listen to all my podcasts. I don't watch them.
Yeah.
Usually.
I watch a lot.
Like it depends on the podcast.
Yeah, it depends.
Aye, true.
I still need to watch that one still. The
Friendship Onion.
The Friendship Onion.
Oh yeah.
Podcast with Pippin and fucking.
Really? Oh shit!
I've
Their
done a
podcast's so good. They
Is it?
done a podcast with like Elijah Wood. Fucking
I need to
Sam and
watch-
shit.
I know.
It's so good.
I need to watch it because I actually have on my Spotify. Like
They just talk about Lord of the Rings, mate. You'd love
That's
it.
so
it's
class.
so good. I need to
That's
watch
exactly
it.
what
They're
I
on
need.
Spotify and they're on YouTube. But I need to watch it so bad.
You never really see
That was so
him
good.
in anything Billy Boyd. Like, 'cause I saw him in that Still Game episode a couple of weeks ago.
He's in Still Game.
And like, I don't really know. Sean Astin's made a bit of a
Stranger Things.
reappearance. I also found out, which I didn't realise, but I rewatched The Goonies last week.
No,
He's in The Goonies,
He's
yeah.
in The Goonies.
How did you not
I've
realise
always
he was
known
in
that
the
from
Goonies?
Aye.
Sean Astin. Samwise.
Oh, he played. Who does he play again?
Samwise.
Samwise. Oh, the wee guy. The big guy.
Aye.
The wee guy.
The big guy.
Chucky.
The big guy.
No.
Big guy.
What's his name again? Chucky.
Potatoes.
What do you mean,
Aye.
Chucky?
No, I think
What
he's
the
not
fuck are
doing
you
it.
talking
He's not
about?
doing it. Goonies. He's not doing
Chuck,
Oh, right.
Is it Chucky he plays?
I don't know. He's the wee
I don't
guy
know
with
his
the
name.
fucking.
I don't remember
goes with
any
the-
names.
I don't know any of the Goonie names.
I know the guy that plays Face. In the Goonies.
I don't even know who that is.
He's like
Hey guys, that guy.
he was in.
No, that's Sloth, mate.
Oh, okay, never
He
mind.
was in the Lost Boys as well. That guy, the guy who plays Face. He's quite a famous like.
I mean,
child
actually, the
actor.
cast is quite good. I mean, one of the guys also in The Sopranos and stuff that I've seen, and then fucking the other wee guy that plays Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
He's
Oh
in
my
it as well.
God.
He who's also, which I was watching. It's on Amazon Prime at the moment. They've put on Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Oh yeah, I
which
need
came
to
out
watch that.
in
Everyone's
cinemas
saying
like a
that's
few weeks,
amazing.
like a couple of months ago, and I was like, oh, I need to go and see that. Never got round to it. Watched it on Prime, and I was sitting about 10 minutes in, and the character who's playing takes off his glasses. I was like, oh fuck, it's Short Round.
Short Round.
I was like, I feel like I
I don't
recognize
know,
this guy's face
I
from
saw the
somewhere. And he
two
took his
movies,
glasses off. I was like, fuck, it's Short Round.
That's one of the two movies I know him in. Is Indiana Jones and.
Well, because you see him
Goonies.
as a wee guy. He's just a wee guy. So it's
Aye.
but then seeing him grown up like a middle-aged man. It's
I mean,
weird.
I don't think any of them made it into like adult acting, did they? Like, I'm trying to think who's.
Yeah, well, that's
I think he did. In the Goonies, who's the big brother?
What was he? I know who
He's
is he?
Thanos and shit.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Josh
yeah,
Brolin.
yeah.
Aye.
Aye,
Wait, that's him. And so it is him. Oh
Yeah,
my
I've not
days.
seen the Goonies in so long. I just completely forget that.
His
Like the
face,
cast
actually,
is
I can
so
see
bad.
his face right now. He's got the pearl like blonde.
Yeah.
Or brownish.
He's the pure gym lad in the fucking sitting in the seat.
Aye, you can
with-
actually see his face, man. That's mental. Aye. You know how we watched obviously Avatar? Remember the guy he's in Tombstone?
Oh,
The
yeah.
villain?
I was going to mention that actually
Yeah.
when we were watching it.
I told somebody that and they didn't believe that was him.
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe it when I seen him. I was like, wait. And
You can kind of see it now, like,
you
when
see
you're
it?
watching
Aye,
it.
when
When
you're
I was watching, I was like, that's Devil's.
And what?
in
What
Tombstone.
guy? Is it a wheelchair guy?
No, it's the guy, the villain, the general guy who's got the scar. He's in Tombstone.
right.
He plays him. I'd be like guy with the
Wyatt.
mustache.
No, Wyatt's the main guy. Never mind.
No,
It's not Wyatt.
I can't remember the guy's name. But
Fuck.
he's
I don't know.
he's one of the like kind of minions.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like,
what's
little
Tombstone?
Cowboy.
See, I've not watched a lot of things, but I'm just telling you, Tombstone is a
Tombstone.
classic
Yeah,
western.
no, I'm
Based
just,
on real events.
is
as
that a
well.
western now?
Based on real events as well. It's class. The dog.
It is
mate.
really good. Doc Holliday. Fucking
I'll
hell,
be
man.
you. What was he saying? I'll be you. Something berry.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Huckleberry. That's
yeah.
funny.
It was the
Sounds
new
class.
Avatar movie.
It was good.
It was class.
Oh, no, it's not a new one.
What?
It was the original, but just like remastered. The new one comes out in December.
Oh right, I was
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought that's what I was thinking.
I thought that as
thinking
well.
They done a re-release, but they like enhanced the colours in 4K
Oh
and shit.
right, okay. Because I remember
I thought that as well, but I was like,
and
and I remembered that doesn't come out until like a month away or something.
I was
Yeah.
confused because I was thinking that's not even out yet.
Thing is what
I
they
clickbaited up my story though because I put like a
Yeah.
photo of the trailer.
That's what I thought. That's what I was
Avatar
thinking.
2.
I was thinking. I thought
they
it was
showed
out
like a
recently.
wee like hang at the end.
They
as the
showed like a
next
2-minute
movie.
clip.
Right.
Holy fuck.
It
by
looks
the
like
way.
blue. It looks like Blue Planet, mate. Honest to God.
It looks mental.
I thought Hang looked real.
See, it looks like a real video, but the humans, like the avatars, it doesn't look like CGI. It
Yeah.
looks like
They're
they're
real.
just filming them.
Aye.
That looks
It's
so.
fucking
Actually,
mental.
like, see, just watching the trailers, I had no interest. I was thinking Avatar. Why would they
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
sequel to it? But then when I watched the trailer, I was like, "Oh,
So you know they're making 5.
Yeah, I know.
And the
like, yeah.
third one's already been made.
They've been
and they're
saying
gonna
this
film
for
the fourth.
years, though. They've literally been
27,
saying that
innit?
for so long.
I'll leave it, but
I know that. I think they are now that they've actually put out a second one, but I swear
Like,
they were
the
like,
thing
"Oh, we're
is-
going to release a sequel."
Yeah.
soon.
James Cameron's got enough money to basically say, yeah, I'm going to make 5. It's like, right,
Aye.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
But like, I'm never comfortable when they just set out. It's like, yeah, so like new TV series that we're gonna do, and I've already decided there's gonna be 6 seasons confirmed.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you can't really gauge audience reaction or
Yeah.
whether people actually fucking like it.
See when my favorite scene is when he eats the fruit and that, obviously, and it's like I don't know, it's
It's
just
like
something-
this scene where it's just like juicy fruit, and he goes,
Imagine
and you just see the juices come out.
Yeah.
looks so good.
And I was sitting beside him, and I knew he was
turned to you
clocking
because
it.
you started fucking laughing.
Nah, because he was sitting
Yeah.
there. As soon as he knew the scene was coming up, he'd grab his fucking drink. He's slurping it whilst he's watching it. He's like, "This is so good."
that just
man."
seems like the Hangover.
I
Kia.
put
Oh,
himself
no,
in
it does.
4D, man.
Mate, I felt that's what I mean. I was
He
trying to give
knew he was in
myself
it.
the full
Even when they
immersion.
drank the wee water from the
I've
leaf,
done it as well.
grab a drink.
Run it over his head. Fucking
No, because it's such a good move. I've been from like 2008 though. It's like
2009, I
Jack's
think.
actually
nine,
coming,
I
Jack's
remember
coming
going
into
to
the
see it,
cinema in December with a portable shower because it's the way of water.
Mate, they
better
Every
have a good
water
fucking
scene, Jack's
inlet.
just going to be sitting there.
I mean, I haven't. Cause see, man, we done 4D once, right? But it was pure shit. It was for Spy Kids movie, and they
Oh.
give you the wee smelling cards.
We
no,
done-
no,
we
no.
done
There's
it
like, there's like, I mean, like, there's 4D now. Like,
No, but
we went to see Top Gun a few months ago.
Top Gun was class in
And it's
4D.
like it's more
holy
like
fuck, I
there's
was
like
lying.
air that will
It's
go
like a
past
movie.
you,
Yeah,
seats
yeah.
move
Oh,
and shit.
that's
It's
that's
like
what
so
I,
good.
I know.
Top Gun was
I like the new Top Gun as well. I want to see that
No,
recently.
but see, back then 4D wasn't like that. It was just like maybe they give you something to like make you.
Oh, I know.
this.
I remember it was it Spy Kids
Oh.
4?
It was.
It
That's
was
what
like
it was.
out of time or something
It
like
was the
that.
cards,
and
mate,
you
yeah.
get because I had the DVD
Yeah.
and they gave you the cards
Yeah.
in the DVD, so it was actually in the film where they go like, oh. When this number pops up, scratch the number.
Aye,
and
that's
stuff.
what
It's
happened.
like,
'Cause
if your stops the
They,
film.
they called that 4D at the time. That was like the 4D experience because it was like you were
the fourth
you
dimension
were
of
seeing
smell.
you were seeing it in 3D, but
smell
then
dimension.
you're also getting the smelly dimension because like rotten socks when you smell it, man, and then it'd be like I don't know, it'd be like something like they've eaten or something. You smell.
I like how you're saying they give you something, just like they really give you that. They give you something.
Give you-
They just they slip
Listen, mate,
something and just
you're,
make you
you're
see.
going to be
you're
seeing this
gonna-
in
yeah.
4 dimensions, pal.
This is
Aye,
definitely
Trust me, mate. See before
This is
you,
4D for you.
8-year-old kid, go to see Spy Kids. Take this wee pill, mate.
No, but
Slip in a wee bit
I
of acid.
get like 4Ds might be the thing. See, like, did you ever go to Escape and you went in that wee thing that was like the 2 seats?
Oh, I like
And that,
that.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
that was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and it give you a fucking brain damage because
Aye,
you
fucking whiplash.
like, there'd be one that like a roller coaster and you're like,
That
shaking
definitely
like
give me
that.
permanent brain damage.
I
after
know. Actually, no, what is that roller coaster?
Alton
M&D's.
Towers, M&D.
I won it.
No, it was M&D's.
The one with the rusty.
Then we
thing.
done it in
In-
activities week.
Thing go-
that. M&D's was
Fucking
banging.
hell,
It's in
man.
between your head.
It was good, but
And it goes like this.
nah, that ride was dodgy because I remember everyone kept saying, that ride's bad, that ride's bad. And I was pure shitting myself. I was like, okay, I'll do it. Fucking brain damage once I'm done, fuck's sake.
Aye, that's a
I didn't have
horrible-
a chance.
It was pretty rusty, but it looked like it looked like so
was-
old,
aye.
and it was like wooden.
That's my thing with theme parks. Is like I've got a certain level when it comes to the roller coaster. I go, if it goes upside down, it's a no from me. Other than that, cool. Don't care about speed, don't care about height. It's just upside down. But like, it's every time you're like, oh, this looks a bit fucking dodgy. And it's like, it's fine though. It's they know what they're doing, and you read like
Yeah.
a story from like a month before where it's broken down and 2 people have died, and you're like,
Yeah.
actually, maybe they don't.
Mate,
Maybe they just went, this will go fast.
It's always just before you go out somewhere, you just hear the
No,
worst
exactly.
news
No, but
ever.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
the rides though. I think it's the people controlling the rides because they're getting paid
it's
like
just some
6
cunt with a
quid.
green button
Yeah.
and a red
nah,
button
the
that just
worst
goes,
ride,
"Oh."
the worst ride I was
Stop.
on in a fucking America fucking 10 years ago. It was the pirate ship, but this pirate ship would go
Oh yeah,
And you
completely
go
upside
right
down.
360.
No,
but
they
it would
were
like
terrifying.
stop at the top, and you're just upside down looking down, mate.
Wait,
And I shat my pants, man.
you
It was
just
scary.
reminded me. I can't remember where this was,
Fuck.
but there was a ride and it was like it was a big snake. It had a big circle bit in the middle,
Aye.
and you'd get like pushed, compressed in, right? But
Nice.
it'd go from like one side all the way to the other, but it'd go quite quick. I remember like see the thing they put you in, you couldn't breathe. Like I think it actually got to a point where somebody actually get knocked out because they couldn't.
No wonder.
It was
fuck's sake.
compressing their whole chest,
Yeah,
and this woman was like, "My daughter literally can't breathe," and this guy was like, "He can't." Guy just going like that, like.
That's
sake.
just the fun of it.
Oh, yeah,
mate.
I was out.
But I was
That's-
but
that's-
me,
that's
mate,
the
I was
ride.
sitting like trying to breathe, like because it was going and going. I was just like, oh fuck.
I
when's this
never
gonna
want to
end,
go in
man?
the things that pure shoot you up into the air like the bad
Yeah,
sling things.
no, they actually terrify
the
me.
Tango Ice
I
Blast.
watched so many videos of them.
Yeah,
and
there's
that
so many
was
videos of them just coming,
just passing
plummeting
out.
down.
Actually,
man.
there is a video of one and it literally just drops.
It just fucking
kinda-
gets to the top and then there's no like it doesn't catch it at the bottom.
Aye.
It just fucking slams off.
And people's
What?
legs
See,
break and all that.
just I don't need that in my
No,
life.
I'm
Aye.
fine. I'm actually alright.
I
I'm
did see
taking a break.
another one. It was so I think it was like some fair or something in America. You know, like the ones you see somebody shooting up the like behind the back of a roller coaster
Aye.
down here, like at the dock. I thought there's always like fucking Dora the Explorer having a piss down the back of a shed. Those kind of fairs, right?
Yeah.
And and it was like a video I saw, and it was one of the ones where it's like you're all sitting facing the one way and the wee seats going like that.
Yeah.
And the actual ride itself was lifting like off the ground. So they had about 40 people, like all the parents
saw
of the
that one.
kids were like holding onto the barriers to try and stop it from tipping.
I've seen
That
this
is
actually.
terrifying.
Actually, you know what people die from as well? See, like, you know, like, it'll be like the bouncy castles. Like, wee kids will be on them, but then like it's not strapped in
Oh,
properly. And
oh.
there was one where like somebody died.
Isn't that a bouncy castle?
No, but they need to like, because it can get windy, so they need to like have ropes and
I
stuff.
thought you meant the kids were strapped
Aye,
in.
same. I was like,
No,
what
no,
kind of
no.
bouncy castle
No,
are you
no,
talking
but
about?
it'd be like a big one, you know, a big one.
Aye,
but, like,
and it's like not tied down.
but
to
see if
the
it's
ground.
windy, like it can literally lift like 50 feet in the air, man. But there was a one there.
Imagine you're just on it.
There's a video one where it was this wee girl, man, but the thing like the thing literally lifted up, like flew away, and the girl was still on it, and she came down and just died.
Oh
Fuck
God.
that
That's what I mean.
shit,
But like,
man.
I'm sitting there like, imagine
That
you're
is
just
so
a wee kid and you're
bad.
enjoying yourself, and suddenly the whole fucking
Nah.
world just lifts up and you're on it.
I think I'm in fucking Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that'd be horrible. Man.
Speaking of big wins, is anyone kept up to date with Hurricane Ian?
I actually
that-
have a little bit.
I've seen videos.
on
aye.
There's
Twitter
been
a
some
little bit.
fucking mental videos
I've
coming
seen
out
that.
of it.
The fucking whale fucking flopping down the street.
the
fuck's
fucking-
sake.
there was a
aye.
seal.
I was a seal, mate. I
Yeah,
sent that. I think
seal,
I
aye.
sent that in it was Twitter. I
It
think, but it was I was going.
was just fucking floating, just big massive fucker
Mate,
just walking down the
if you-
sidewalk.
Have you seen the time lapses, but of like the water, and it just rises up like so
Yep.
many like so many meters, I think. And then there's also one I seen where this guy he had a nice Ford Mustang, and he
Not
didn't want
anymore.
it. No, but he didn't. No,
Aye.
but he didn't want to get it broken in the or it, to get destroyed. So he put it inside his living room. Like,
Oh
he
my
parked it in his living room and he made the. I don't know what he done. I think he had like an access point where he could just drive in, but he had to slowly move everything to like maneuver this
Yeah.
car into his house. So I had to like move all the furniture and that
Yeah,
to try and
yeah.
get it in so it's safe. But even then, it could have leaked. Like I don't know. I don't know.
That's terrifying. I feel like natural disasters got to be like one of my biggest fears because like you
Aye.
can't help it. You can't do anything.
Because
about
they
it.
can't. A hurricane. You can't do anything.
Like, you can't just leave immediately because most people are going to think about doing the same thing.
That's why I'm like I always kind of want to maybe move away at some point just to experience it. But at the same time, I'm like we're actually pretty cushy here. We don't get any earthquakes, don't get any hurricanes.
It's pretty good,
Aye,
honestly.
the worst we
You-
get's a fucking.
We just get
like,
a
Oh, they're
a
back in.
strong wind.
the worst
Yeah.
we get's a food scare where it's like people like are scared about getting toilet roll and that. That's like our biggest.
Oh,
like,
aye,
that's
but I
true.
mean,
I mean, like the
But
weather
that's
is
just
pish,
the
but
evening.
like
No,
nonetheless.
oh,
It's because mum and dad came in, so.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
Oh, right in the camera. Here you
we'll
go.
skip, we'll
sir.
skip, we'll
It's
skip this
alright.
ahead of it.
Good evening,
yeah, good
Charlie.
luck, Leo.
Yeah, go
Over or under?
It's an
what-
Indiana Jones. It's an Indiana
Yeah.
Jones fucking.
there's no way about this one.
Give Andrew your drink.
Does my level seem quite low on the thing? Do you think compared to other people? Oh no.
I mean, you sound class from the headphones.
All right. I
No,
suppose.
I think it'd be
it's
fair.
cause
Just because the mixing just seems like it just seems.
it's because it's zoomed out. If you zoom it in,
Ah, yeah, maybe. Oh.
obviously some people are louder than others, but I just edit it.
Ah,
accordingly.
sorry.
Aye, it'll be it.
I was just gonna look
He's
at
normally,
it, it
he's
just
normally the
seemed
loudest, I think, anyway. So
I think I'm all right, normal volume, but then I'll spike. Like I'll just fucking shout or
that's
something.
where the editing comes
Exactly.
in. I make you sound all beautiful, nice and beautiful.
Thank you, Jack.
Right,
Go.
back in
I was just
again.
waiting for Tom Cruise to finish now.
Tom Cruise. Is that what he's saying? Right.
Mission Impossible.
What are we talking
in the
about there? I
background.
can't even remember what we're talking about there. What are we
We're talking
Hurricane-
about Hurricane
aye.
Ian.
Hurricane Ian.
Ooh.
That's right.
It's such a kind of like not. No offense to any Ians out there, but it's not exactly like a scary name.
Who comes
It's
up with
just
the
like
names?
you just picture Ian being like some guy in an office about
Literally.
40 who's like been divorced.
Who comes up with the names though? Like, who comes up with like every name? It's
Well,
just, like,
it's
least
always
intimidating.
alphabetical.
is it also to do like?
So it always goes through like A to Z, and then because there's always small ones that you don't
So
hear
wait,
about.
so I could then.
There probably has been a Hurricane Jack,
I mean,
That sounds like it would be a hurricane.
but it was probably like fucking tiny and didn't do
I think
anything.
you have to email it when it goes. If it goes back to L, you get Hurricane Laird. That'd be a good one. Wouldn't
I think so.
Hold on. Let's
Hurricane Laird, Hurricane Leo. Mate.
do some research.
There's quite. I feel like there's quite a lot of just boring names that are just like not very.
I'd call it something heavy like fantasy
Yeah.
type, like Hurricane Katrina. Nah.
Hurricane Death Megatron 3000.
Yeah, that would
Like, that would
definitely
fucking that would get
scare
people
me.
to
I'm out.
go back
Aye,
to
that
their
was-
houses.
Hurricane.
You're not surviving that one.
Well,
Hurricane
Hurricane
Cannibal.
Godzilla would be terrifying.
Zilla.
I'm out. I'm out.
Hurricane
Yeah,
Zilla, mate.
you did.
I'd
You
call it
did.
like Hurricane Zombie or Hurricane Zilla or Cannibal. Hurricane Cannibal.
I've typed in hurricane, right? And
Hurricane
can
Dahmer.
you confirm this? The first thing
No.
that's come up, there's like Hurricane Tracker, Hurricane Florida, Hurricane Ian Tracker, Hurricane Ian Latest. There's one here that just says Hurricane Bobag Trampoline.
Do you not remember that one? That was one that happened in 12
is that a
12 or
Scottish
something. It was
guy?
a Scottish one. It was
Trampoline, trampoline. Oh,
Trampoline
yeah, okay.
rolling down the street, Hurricane Bobag.
Yeah.
But the fact that that's the second
Aye,
search,
that's
they
a
thought I
hilarious
was going to
title.
look for the Hurricane Bobag.
Aye, I mean, fuck hurricanes, man. I don't know. I seen this video actually. It was an earthquake. It happened in, I want to say it was Japan or Asia somewhere. But they were on top of there was these hikers on top of a mountain,
Mhm.
and you actually see the whole thing like shaking. Like imagine like, I'm trying to think what like you're on this thing. It just starts. The whole thing just starts moving like this, and they're like lying flat on the ground.
Like that.
I think it's
It
like
was in a forest.
yeah.
I seen that. I think.
And
Aye.
it's like they're all
Yeah, yeah.
flying flat, but the whole thing, like the whole, like imagine you're on a fucking,
It's just moving.
and it's just going back and forth
That'd be such a weird like feeling.
it was like that thing. I don't know. It's like an obstacle course where it starts to go,
Yeah.
starts moving, but it's like that'd be like nuts. Imagine like think about the Earth. Like you don't think it can move, but it is moving. Like,
That'd be
constantly.
fried.
The ground you're on right now it moves.
Can I imagine like just that feeling? It'd just
Aye, I
be
know.
fucking scary.
There was a Hurricane Jack,
What was
which
that?
caused $195 million worth of damage.
Fuck's
There you
sake,
go.
man. Be flex.
I
So
couldn't
it's
find the
not
Hurricane
dead.
Laird.
Oh, I
I
don't
feel like
know.
Hurricane Lair's a thing.
They should email, but like that's the
Yet.
next name.
Yeah, it's aye.
Next
We'll make it a
time
thing.
there's a hurricane that kills 2 million people. Name it after me.
Jason.
Ooh.
Fuck it,
Jason.
man. I'd be fucking honoured, honestly.
No, they should call the next one Hurricane Dahmer.
Well, what would it be? It's
Oh.
what is it now? Ian. H-I-J. It could be. It could be me.
No.
Oh, I could kill some people.
Could be me again, but they could go Jack 2.0.
Jack.
Jack to
Jack.
now.
He's
Oh,
back.
shit.
Jack,
Jack, he's back.
Jack Black 2. Anyway.
I did see a video with some guy walking. He was like basically there was like a couple of people that were sheltered under this like shop front or something, like kind of like round a corner,
Yeah.
and you could just see the winds fucking like going down this main road, and there was some guy trying to cross the street. And he's like clinging on to like poles and stuff.
Aye,
And
there's
it's
a-
like
the-
it looked like he was climbing Everest, just trying to stay on
Did you
his
see
feet.
the news guy? Like, he was out there. I don't who knows why. Like, I think.
News people must have like such high fucking insurance policies
Mate,
because
Because
they
the
just
guy,
get thrown out and all
the
this
guy
shit.
had like a bunch of layers on, but like the wind and the rain just looked mental. And he was like, they're asking, "Are you alright? Are you alright?" And he's just like, and then a tree like a big bit of a branch clips his fucking leg,
Aye.
and he gets hanging down. And he's like, "Are you alright?" And he's like, "I'm alright," but he's like holding on like a stop sign.
Fuck
But
that,
he's
man.
slowly getting blown away. He's
Oh,
like,
maybe that may have been the one I saw.
I think it would have
I
been.
don't think I
aye.
realised
it was
it
a
was
news
a news
anchor.
guy,
It was a
right.
bit like.
I think I just saw the.
I can
a man
imagine
trying
like
to get by.
the camera guy's just sitting
Yeah.
filming this guy. Like,
Just like, oh,
Like, why would-
this will make for great TV, by the way.
That's a-
Them
mean-
cameras better be like actual
I
strapped
think there's
down to the
people
ground.
who like hunt like tornadoes and
True.
that. Have you ever seen them people? Mad
Aye.
fucking rednecks that go about in trucks trying to chase tornadoes.
Yeah, I've seen a few shows. It's like one of those like Deadliest Catch equivalents. You know,
Aye.
where it's this exact same format, just with a different thing. It's like, oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, we're catching crabs. Oh, we're fucking delivering shit in the snow.
Aye.
And this was
aye.
like, oh, we're just fucking going and filming tornadoes better than the other teams around
But that's
America.
that is
Don't get it.
that is somebody's job. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Twister, but that's what that, like jobs about. It's people who like, hunt tornadoes to research.
Twister
them and that.
always see like the cover art of that
Mhm.
movie. That always scared me when I was young.
It's
Never
a big
seen it.
massive.
What's that about?
I've never seen it. I just
Oh,
remember
right,
always
you
seeing the
Oh,
cover
you
art
should
of
wa-
it and
you
it
should wa-
scared me.
You should watch it. It's a classic movie,
Did
man.
you see the one that I'm sure it was
Ah, the
based
fuck
on?
out of
It was based on a true story. It was about a tornado with sharks. Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Oh, that was
Fuck
the-
off.
How
those
many of them have
movies.
they made now?
Like
I think there was
three,
five.
mate.
I'm not gonna lie,
There was
like,
I was
five.
gonna
There
say
was
there's-
five.
there's
I'm not gonna
five.
lie. Like, who actually paid to
Five,
make
yeah.
that? Like, is that?
See, after the first one, mate, why did they make 5?
I watched the first one and it was like hilarious. So
I think it-
enjoyed
I
that
think
one.
it
was
It's
one of
actually
the-
like good. It was a good
I think it
movie
was
to
one of
watch
those,
when
like,
you're pissed.
Watch out. Oh no.
Oh, he's dropped David. Broken.
Aye. What was I saying earlier? Aye, Sharknado. I don't know why they made so many of them. I can just remember like there was a ridiculous scene in one of them. I can't remember what one it was, but they're in the
That
house.
scared me.
What?
The Ableton thing. Look at it.
It's still going.
See the red thing.
Aye, yes.
That's
Still recording.
Is it?
Yeah, that's just saying it's
I
recorded.
thought it like
bumps and all.
stopped. I thought
Yeah,
it stopped
that's
and
right.
shut.
Anyway, back to Sharknado again.
I was saying there was a scene in it.
So there's a scene where like they're in the house and like the sharks like come through the door and all that, and it's like it starts filling up, and like they're running like in this house away from sharks, and like they're like trying to climb up the stairs and that. Like, and I was just like,
I feel like there was like a period of time where like spoof movies like that would come out like so frequently, and they were all so bad, but like you kind of wanted to watch all of them.
Do you
because
remember
they were terrible.
Do you remember the superhero one?
Yeah, that was.
There was
so
a
bad.
couple of
It-
It's the
superhero
lad,
ones.
what's
It was
Firefly?
Dragonfly,
yeah,
yeah.
it was the guy from Drake and Josh.
That's a
Was
funny.
it? We don't talk about him.
We don't talk
Don't
about
talk
him.
about
We
him.
don't talk about him.
Don't talk about him.
No, we don't talk
We
about
don't
him.
Drake
talk about him. We don't talk about him.
What happened to him?
What, is he a pedo or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
essentially.
Is he actually a
Essentially.
pedo?
Yeah.
Really? I
Fuck,
didn't
I like
know
that
The
movie.
impression
though.
wasn't he?
Wait, who's he a pedo?
That's what we're saying. We don't talk about it. Right.
We can talk about it. you know?
We can talk about it, but
I'd rather not.
we'll talk about Sharknado.
I mean, Drake and Josh intro though.
It was a
still
few months ago.
slaps to
It
this
does.
day.
I love
That's
I
such
love
a
Dream
bar.
Josh intro.
That's such a bar.
Fuck, my childhood's ruined. I'm sad.
I don't know.
Mate,
So
Bastard.
grim.
I know that movie's funny as fuck.
Makes
The
me
guy who
upset.
plays the villain in it's class as well.
Did you ever watch the Drake and Josh Christmas special?
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. Was that
What
the
a
one? Was
banger.
that the one where they
The
like
monkey.
I forgot what. I feel like there was a different person that came in, but I forgot her name.
I don't know.
I don't
But they got
remember.
they
There
got
was
a monkey
movie
at the
as
end.
well. I'm maybe thinking about the movie.
They
I'm
got
not
like,
gonna lie,
the
you're gonna
movie
hate
was
me.
class.
You know, I've never watched Drake and Josh, mate. Never.
Oh,
But
that's
what
what
I was gonna
my
say. I've actually never
God.
watched. I know who
I've
the guy
never
is in
watched
that. Like he's on that like vlogs with
Jack,
that guy.
that is
I had two channels
That's
growing up
blasphemy.
that
Right
I
there.
could watch. The two kids channels, and it was CBBC or CITV. That was it.
Really?
I was one of those
I
poor
had
That's
kids.
so bad.
I watched like the Mad
No
like
way,
Zack
man.
and Cody like ship like life
That
on
was
deck.
good.
and
To
that.
be fair, I think I was like completely repressed from Cartoon Network as a kid
Oh,
because
I
I had
loved
so
it. Same.
many
I
banging
didn't-
shows, but I was not allowed because my mum didn't like fucking.
I
what was
didn't,
it?
I didn't really watch Cartoon
Billy and
Network
Mandy.
or CBBC.
Yeah,
It was
Billy
Billy
and-
and Mandy.
It was either
my parents
Nickelodeon
didn't
or
let me
See,
watch
to
that.
be
I don't know
fair,
why.
right,
They
That's
were
all I
on
was on.
drugs, mate. Whoever made that show,
Yeah,
mate.
that's probably
Billy
why.
and
That's
Mandy
probably
were
why.
on
To be
Billy
fair,
and
because
Mandy
they
was
just
such a
watched it.
fried show, mate. Like it's one of them ones
Yeah.
that like you watch it and you're like, holy shit.
Even like
Yeah.
Ed, Ed and Eddie as well. Like it was just like
Aye.
a weird show.
That was
They're
like,
very good. Though. Like so when you watch them now, they're like still really good.
aye, Eden and Eddie's amazing, man. Like I love Cartoon Network, and I watched like that, and then I watched also like Hannah Montana. I was like,
Yeah,
nah.
there was like a golden
I
era
love
of
that,
like cartoons, and I think it was like regular show and like Adventure Time when they. All
I
came
never
out
watched
once.
regular show. It looked decent, but like I watched like. Actually, I'd go between. There was 3 channels I went between. It was like obviously the Cartoon Network one, then it'd be another one. It would have like Robot Boy and all that, and you'd have like SpongeBob.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I watched that. See the Wizard of a Waverly Place. I sometimes watched.
Yeah,
that.
I used to watch that. That was a
That was
banger.
fun.
That's such a
Claudian.
class intro.
The movie,
See the werewolf episode?
Yeah,
When
that
the
was
boy
so-
turns into a
that
werewolf.
was so good.
I love that
Mate,
episode.
the-
That was so
the
dramatic.
movie was decent
Oh
as
my
well.
God.
You know, like
the movie
disappear.
was so sad. Mate. That's where the ending go.
Aye, she's like,
crying as a
everyone
kid,
forgot
mate.
who
Like,
she
aye,
was.
that's like I thought that was heavy. Like I was like mad.
That was a brutal fucking
What show was this?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards of
There's the one with
I've heard
Selena
of it.
Gomez.
That was so good.
Oh,
Yeah, and she was like I don't know, whole family was just like wizards, and I was basically it.
Okay.
what's that? What's that show called? Something for like imaginary friends or something. The hotel with all the imaginary monsters.
I forgot. I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know what you're talking
Sesame
about.
Street.
I feel like
no,
I don't know
no,
what you're
no.
talking about either.
Hold on,
No,
no.
I
Yeah,
can't even
let
fucking
me
lie. I
find
don't
it.
know.
Let me find this because it's got the lassie with the red hair and the wee blue guy.
Oh, wait.
Foster's Care for Imaginary Friends. That's what it's called.
No, never mind. I thought you were talking about something different.
Hold on, I'll find it. I'll
Nah, see, I
I don't know why I was
I
thinking
don't know.
I was thinking of Kim Possible, mate. I don't know.
I had
That was such a classic,
Banger.
mate.
That was a
Oh,
fucking
class
class.
show.
Hold on. I'm gonna find
I had
this.
channel 71 and 72. That was my options.
It's just so sad.
That makes me.
This makes me depressed.
That actually does
It was
make me.
No,
Yes,
but
it
see the
was-
thing was, see the quality
Gravity
content.
Falls, mate. Don't.
See the
Gravity
quality
Falls.
content
I'll
you
watch
missed
it.
out
I
on.
mean, it was this. Here, look. That was it there.
Gravity Falls still one of my favorite shows to this day.
Yeah, the wee
I've
guy.
never seen them.
I feel like I've seen-
I feel like I've seen like maybe like a bit of it, but I don't think I've
That
ever like
was
sat down and watched it.
that was like such a like strange show. That had like wee monsters and that, and they were like, I don't know. It was such a weird thing, but. That and then I love like Adventure Time and all that.
Yeah, Adventure Time's so good.
That's
So is
all-
regular show. That's like a show I can watch
Aye.
like anytime.
I,
fried.
yeah, they're like top tier. I like that Chowder was good as well. I like
Chowder. No, wait. Did anyone watch the Misadventures of Flapjack, mate?
I wa- all the
show
whale and that?
was
Yeah,
so
that was
That
wild.
was the most. No, I think that was the most like fried show.
I'm
to
gonna
watch
lie,
as
I
a
think if I
kid.
watched that back on something, I'd be
I
like,
did
what?
watch it.
This is
I did
way-
watch episodes recently, and it's literally so
Like, see
fried.
the close-ups with the mad like.
I really enjoyed. Yeah, I
faces
know,
and
but I
that.
really enjoyed it. I don't know why. It
Aye,
just
the
like,
cat.
always
What's the
sounded
captain
interesting.
called again? He was.
Oh, I completely forgot.
What's
Like I
his
don't
name?
remember.
You had Flapjack's the wee
There was-
boy,
yeah,
and then
then
you
there
get
was
Bobby,
the-
who's the whale, and
Yeah.
then you've got the
Bobby.
captain, who's
Yeah.
like the mad like,
Yeah, I forgot
junkie.
his- I
He's
forgot
like the
his
mad alcoholic
I've
guy.
got two.
We said
Yeah,
that.
we said that
didn't we?
already before.
I've got two
For reference,
shows.
Andrew's just reached over the top
Showed his head in.
with a
Well,
phone just showing
talking
Ed
about
and
that.
Eddie.
Yeah.
I've got two shows that I watched. I don't know if you watched it. See the Garfield show.
Yes.
I
So
did
it was
watch
like the
it.
cartoon
That was
one.
so
version.
fire.
That was class.
And the
But
Garfield
see
movie.
what was the one with the two brothers and they were superheroes, Chuck and something? The Chuckle. No, it wasn't the Chuckle.
It wasn't the Chuckle
No,
Brothers.
no,
They
no,
weren't
no.
superheroes.
But like they lived.
Fuck! Please
I
add the
know.
Chuckle Brothers to the
It was like
MCU.
it was like
That'd
the
be
Chuck. It
hysterical.
was like the Chuck something. One had big buck teeth and he was fucking. He had like
Chuck.
he had a fucking
Chuck and
purple
Buck.
thing.
I don't know, mate.
Mr. Bean, mate, the
The
cartoon.
Mr.
Wait,
Bean,
it
mate,
wasn't
the
Mr. Bean,
intro,
but alright,
the piano,
Dun,
like goes.
dun,
Didn't really watch it.
Mate, that was
I
such
know.
a classic.
I think my favorite episode of that is where he buys like the piano and starts learning like Mozart and all that. But then like the thing's out of tune and he keeps going the wrong note and he
Yeah.
gets pure pissed about
Do
it.
you remember when we were in Amsterdam? We were literally just watching Mr. Bean every time we were just sitting in the flat. Mate.
I love
Like,
it. I
it's
mean,
so
the anime, the cartoon and the actual TV, like
the anime.
the anime,
Yeah.
I know.
Mr. Bean anime.
Yes.
And the actual like real life like Rowan Atkinson like doing it is funny. So when he goes to like the hotel and that, and he's heavy competing with a guy with food.
Yeah.
He eats one, and he just goes, like and then eats the mad like mouldy mussels and all that. Gets food poisoning.
Yeah,
Moldy
that was it. We were
muscles.
watching the live action one.
Aye,
Because
it's
that
class.
was because that one was on Netflix. I'm pretty sure.
Aye,
that was
that's-
so.
Mate,
That was so
the one
funny.
where he
The
go-
other one's
I
on
think-
Netflix as well.
I think I've.
They're
yeah.
all good episodes. I don't think there's one bad one like you had. The one
Yeah.
where he goes to like, the dog show and he's using Teddy
Oh,
and
yeah,
what he
yeah,
wins
yeah.
it and all
Like
that.
dragging him through the assault
Oh,
course.
no, the bit and then he goes to like it's like hit your teacher with like a sponge and he starts just
Oh,
throwing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like chunks like a. Yeah,
He starts throwing like tins.
That
He grabs a chair and that and he like it's funny as in man.
is mad.
I saw that he Rowan Atkinson released a new show on Netflix. It was like Netflix
B
or
or
something.
something.
It was like Man versus Bee.
Yeah, that's what
I've
it
not
was.
watched it.
I mean, I
never
think
seen
it's
it.
more intended for kids, but like,
It didn't look very interesting
feel like-
from
no,
the trailer.
but
anyway.
it's his kind of typical like
Ah,
slapstick.
yeah.
He seems like he's doing Mr. Bean. Like I feel like that's the thing with Rowan Atkinson. He's doing the same thing, like same with like Johnny English as well.
Aye,
It's just
Johnny-
like
Johnny
if
English
Mr.
and
Bean
then
was a spy.
Blackadder
You know
and
what I
stuff.
mean?
Johnny English was class.
Like,
What's your thoughts on Deadpool 3 Wolverine?
Oh, good show.
exciting.
Wait,
That's
really? Is that been
exciting
announced?
news.
I've not even seen
Yep.
it.
Yeah, no, that got announced. Ryan Reynolds put out a
But
thing.
isn't it?
Wait, who's Wolverine?
Is it
But-
Disney doing
Hugh
it?
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, is it?
That's why it's
But-
that's why it's big.
But
It's
they,
like,
they also showed though that supposedly he's meant to wear like his proper costume.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that
the
was-
yellow
The yellow
Yeah.
costume.
Wait, so is it in the same universe?
It's
It's
supposedly
MCU.
Logan because they done like an interview with both of them or whatever, and they were like, he said Logan had nothing to do with like this timeline. Pretty much
Timeline.
like this is a different thing.
I feel
Like,
like
well,
it was
I
a
think they
different-
said
it makes
that,
sense to
they
do that,
said
though.
that Logan was set in 2029.
2029, but they said, like, Logan's
this
a
is set
different thing,
before
but-
that, so it doesn't
Okay.
matter if he's dead or
I
not.
don't know if it means, but as in that way,
Spoilers for
It
Logan.
could have just been before.
or it's like
kinda
it could be in a different universe or whatever.
Yeah.
because it's Kevin Feige, obviously. So
I
it's
think because
Kevin who?
like Feige.
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 I heard
Feige.
something else there.
Sorry,
Kevin Feige.
I heard Kevin
Feige.
Kevin followed by a
Feige.
slur.
sorry about that.
Aye, that's
Yeah, I mean,
mad.
but-
So wait, so that's going to be Ryan Reynolds. And that's a mad combo of like people. So wait, is that meant to be like teamwork kind of like villain?
Don't know.
Because obviously
But
Deadpool's
I
like,
mean, they
Deadpool's
could be
an
up against each
There's,
other.
there's
They
no
could be
like.
alongside each other.
Because who would be the villain? You think? Like I don't know. Like because obviously the Deadpool's an anti-hero. So
There's
he could
nothing
be-
yet about.
Well, the thing is, if they include them in the MCU, you know, if this is an introduction to the MCU for Deadpool and Wolverine, it's potentially
well, I think
potentially going to kick off the X-Men getting included.
see like all that shit.
I
See like by Secret Wars when that happens, Avengers. I guarantee they'll both be in it.
Didn't they put John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic?
He was
though?
Mr.
He was
Fantastic
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I would
the
love
Doctor
so
Strange one,
you know
so-
how in the comics like Deadpool killed everybody. Like
Yeah,
in
that
the-
is such a
right,
good comic
So
series as well.
imagine they done that right, but like a per John Wick fucking style.
He just
Like he starts
murders
murders
everyone.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like he just starts killing all his
Yeah.
It
superheroes.
would be really fucking funny if they do 3 years of hype for Hugh Jackman just to kill him off 10 seconds in.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah,
opening
yeah, yeah.
scene and,
I think
and
it'd
he
be
just
shit.
fucking like sticks
Can't-
a
it's
knife.
hard to kill him.
It'd be
Well,
Like,
that's
shit,
because he can
though.
heal,
It would be
so-
shit.
It'd
Like
be
it would
shite,
be shit.
yeah,
Like
it
see
would
if they
be.
done
No
that.
one-
See if they just kill him off again. I'd rather just.
think he
not
would get.
watch
Think
it.
he's going to get in like pure shape again. Like fucking.
Well, no, there was
Well,
an
he
Instagram
put-
story.
I feel like he's never.
photo.
I feel like he's never
Him in the
not
gym.
really been in shape. To be
It was
fair.
like first
No,
day
no,
getting ready
but for him to
Wolverine,
get into
so-
that, like I listened to his interview about getting into shape for that, and it's like he needs to fucking
Yeah.
like he,
Aye.
Have you seen the clip of him doing the voiceover work?
he's
For
pure,
like,
he's pure
when he's pure sitting running in the studio.
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
it's-
Aye, that's class.
That is
man.
funny.
Stabbing all the
Yeah.
cunts. Man.
Aye, yeah.
Very good.
Oh no, there's a slug on the floor.
There's an
Meow.
opportunity here.
It's a wee cat.
That's
Batman.
just Luna.
Fuck's sake.
So what guy?
Luna's
What have you
fucking
think?
huge.
What have you
last
thought
time,
of the
man.
last few
Bought a
Marvel
pair of
movies?
earphones.
The last few what?
Marvel movies, because I've not really been into.
I've
any
not
of them.
watched Thor. I thought I looked
I
at
didn't
it.
like Thor.
Thought it was shite
It's
from
on-
the
it's on
reviews.
Disney Plus, but
it was
I've
alright.
not
It was
liked like
alright.
any of them.
I watched
a while,
Love and
to be
Thunder.
honest.
It was,
I don't know what was
wasn't
before
as
Thor.
good as Ragnarok. I
Yeah.
really like.
I didn't even watch the
I feel
Ragnarok.
like
Ragnarok
they,
was alright
I
as
feel
well.
it was a bit of a rush thing. I feel they
Wait,
could have
what-
developed.
What was
thing a bit
before
more.
Thor?
What do you mean?
Like what came out before Thor?
Doctor Strange, I think.
That was the last. like,
Okay, I saw Doctor Strange.
also
That
the-
was-
there's
that was
series and
okay
stuff
as
as
It was
well.
okay.
Yeah, I
It
feel
wasn't
like
bad.
I feel like that was
It
most. I feel like that's how I felt with most of the recent ones. They've just kind of been all right.
Aye, they could have been better. They could have been
The
better.
thing is, it's kind of It's hard to kind of go like too out there with the films.
Yeah,
You know, there's
Because
no.
they're so like mainstream that it's impossible. For
I feel
them
like
to make
Marvel
them
has
very
kind of
cool.
dipped down a bit, but
They have definitely.
Like,
I
a
feel
lot
because they're preparing.
recently.
See these movies. I feel
Oh.
they're just like it's wee puzzles to get to the big movies. You know
For
what I
me,
mean?
it
I
feels
hope so.
for me, it just started to feel like a product, and they're
Aye.
just going over and
Aye.
over.
because like
No,
see the
but
She-Hulk
I-
and that.
No, but
It feels like they're milking
I
it
feel
a
like
bit,
these are
you know
like
what I mean?
like again. I don't think they're like. I know it doesn't seem like an effort, but I feel like because there's so many need to come out. But I think they need to put these movies. Like see, like Love and Thunder. That might relate like later on for
But
what Thor's
that
storyline.
flopped, I'm pretty sure. I don't think many people.
Aye,
saw
Love and
that in
Thunder, I don't think it done
comparative,
very
like,
well.
That's what I mean, I-
and also because
I
they're all
think-
putting them on streaming like 60 days
Well,
after.
that's the
Aye.
thing. Now
Like,
it's like
why would you go
you
see
wait.
it?
You wait a month until it's like once it's out of the cinemas. It's like a month, and then it's on Disney Plus.
Aye,
So
true.
why would you go see it?
That's
in
been
the
like I
cinema?
feel
So
like
if you're not
aye.
like pure like, oh, I definitely want to see this.
That's
then
mean,
it's-
I feel they're trying to get things out the road so they can then focus on like the big stuff that's
Because
going to
personally, I
happen.
don't care about most of the
Yeah.
recent ones.
I
But,
know.
but then I don't know. Was Eternals not meant to be quite a big one, and it was just too long? It was just too long.
I didn't
and
even.
boring.
I didn't even
What
watch it. I didn't even see
Eternals.
it.
Eternals, I didn't watch.
Like
that.
I feel like that was a pretty
was the
big
first
one
one I
to
don't
like
think I saw.
to like
Didn't
maybe
see
like
it,
kick off
I
the
thought it was
new
quite cool.
kinda
I like,
face of the Avengers and stuff.
Did you like Shang-Chi?
I thought it was alright.
I like
Yes,
Shang-Chi.
that was a really good
I
film.
thought like the first two acts were really good, and I kind of thought it was a bit too.
I liked the
I
actor.
didn't. I didn't
He was
really
one of
like the
guys,
last
wasn't it?
part of it too much.
I didn't mind it.
I-
to be
I've
fair.
seen-
I
Because
thought it
I'm
was
pretty,
alright.
I think the only one I haven't seen is Eternals because I just didn't really
I didn't see
care.
it.
and
Have
it's
you
just
Have you been watching any of the series?
like,
Like Miss Marvel and stuff that have come out.
I've not-
She-Hulk's come out recently.
I've not
No,
seen. I've not seen
no.
them, but I didn't
I've
like
seen
the
one
other
scene from
ones.
that She-Hulk and I kind of just
Same.
I didn't
That's
watch
the-
it.
Twitter,
watch
Twitter
it.
fucked it for me.
I did. didn't
Well, I think I saw somebody saying online, just like just
It's-
talking about it. It's just kind of it's one of these things that's just. Well, I mean, firstly, I think the CGI.
Yeah,
It's
it looks
horrific.
Wrong. It looks
Nah,
wrong.
look, I
Because
don't
they
know
can't-
how.
Is she
Can-
gonna? Is she gonna make a movie, or they're gonna make a movie for her? No.
No,
I don't think
Is she gonna be-
I don't know why
I
they
think
would.
that is like
But-
her.
But I mean,
kinda-
they're probably gonna add that in somewhere.
I feel like if
but-
she's not popular enough,
She'll be
then
in
they won't. Because
something, but
that's just all Marvel is. Like they'll put something out, and if it doesn't
No,
get popular,
no,
enough,
they'll-
then
they'll
they won't
be-
continue it.
Aye.
Because why would you? Because they're not making as much money off of like.
Right,
if
see,
they
to be
remade-
honest, but see when you look at
Aye,
like
exactly.
they introduced Wanda in Age of Ultron,
yeah,
which was
I feel like
meh.
she's just
Age
not,
of
I feel like
Ultron
she's
as
just
a
not
film
done it.
was meh.
Yeah, that was definitely
For,
one
for
of
an
the
Avengers
I
film,
liked Ultron in it though. To be fair,
I
like
thought it was all. I thought it was all right.
I feel
Don't
like
get me wrong, I thought it was
to be fair,
alright,
I
but
feel yeah. I
I think
feel
a lot of people weren't kind of like nobody was like, oh yeah, that's fucking Scarlet Witch. Woo.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
But now
Marvel
Scarlet Witch
movies-
is quite popular.
Yeah,
I feel like Marvel
I
movies
don't
need to
get
like make their stuff more like. I want it to be more gruesome.
yeah. I wanted to
But also
be.
they're trying to appeal to kids,
I
so
get
it's
that,
like.
so I
But
feel
I want
like
it to be more like
It's
realistic.
never gonna
like,
be. It's
I
never
know.
gonna be like what you want it to be.
Nah, no, that's what I mean.
Which I just think is unfortunate
Like,
because they could have.
It
like,
just
so
depends
many
what
Aye.
directors they get in, really,
movies.
because I feel like some directors could take it to a certain level.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
And you know, it's just kind of like I kind of like that you know, there's certain superheroes. I mean, like, originally like Iron Man, he was
Yeah.
kind of, he was the kind of a bit, you know, he wasn't a likable
Yeah.
guy. Like Tony
Yeah.
Stark was a dick in the first film. Like there was no redeeming qualities to the character
Mm.
apart from a few like funny jokes
That's
that he'd
why.
occasionally.
That's
crack.
why I like the new
But
Batman. You know.
but it still as a film, it was a really good film.
Aye.
And like as a character, he was a really good character.
Aye. That's why I like the new Batman. Like you've just got a bit of life in it. If that makes sense. There's
Yeah,
the actors
It
are
felt
good. In that.
different. I felt they actually tried to do something original with it, which I
Aye.
thought was cool.
It's not like you.
Kinda.
And I
aye.
feel like you don't see that.
It
as
wasn't
much
like an
nowadays,
artificial
ever.
like superhero. It was just somebody
Yeah.
who was like a detective or trying to like figure out who his
Yes.
murderer was.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and there was no kind of like, oh, how did you become the Batman?
Yeah,
Aye,
it's
it's
just like almost like they just jumped right in, and it was just like,
It's-
alright, he's already here.
You know,
he's
they
been
did
doing
that
this
with the
for a long
Spider-Man
while.
films as well. They just kind of like
Yeah.
threw him into Captain
like
America
which
Civil War
I'm
and just
not-
went, here's
Aye.
your Spider-Man.
To be honest, I'm
And
not,
then we'll make 3 films of him doing Spider-Man-y things rather than giving you like an hour and a half of like build up.
What
thing is,
Who do
he's
you
get
think's
bitten
the
by a
best
spider.
Spider-Man? Who do you think's the best Spider-Man then?
I'm Tobey Maguire.
I'm still saying Tobey Maguire.
I'm Tobey Maguire.
Tobey.
Only because I know that he can produce it from his own body. Because that's what I'm saying. That's
He's
what I said to
stronger
Leo.
though as well, isn't he?
But it annoys me how
I
the
think
recent ones, it's like they have to make it in a lab. The webs.
I don't
I like how he can make it from his body.
but I wonder though if they've gone like, oh, maybe it's more of a shock to the guy if he's just developed some kind of hole in his wrist, and it's like,
Aye.
we can maybe make it that like, oh, he's developed hairs on his palms that let him
Yeah.
stick to walls.
I
Like,
liked
that's maybe
Andrew
believable.
Garfield.
I feel like he was better than the movies he was in though.
I think my
The first
opinion
one was still pretty good though. I thought
Tobey
the first one was
Maguire.
alright.
Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man, and then I think Tom Holland's the best of both.
I don't think so.
Nah,
As a
I-
hybrid.
I
I
don't
don't-
think
I
it's
don't
kinda
think- I
somewhere
I
in
think
the
Tom
middle.
Holland was still good.
I don't
though.
think Tom Holland-
I don't think it was
Tom Holland
bad.
I feel like he
No,
was
I-
best in the first one, and then I feel like he
Like,
just
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
got better on though.
I don't think Tom Holland's probably like the least of the three, in my honest. Like, I think people are going to go like in the future and go, obviously some kids will go, oh, Tom Holland, but like
Aye.
the real Spider-Man to most people
Yeah.
would be like Tobey Maguire. I think.
Honestly, and I feel like let's see, like Into the Spider-Verse, banging movie.
That's
right?
that was
The
very
new
good.
one
Did
that's
you-
going to come out.
Did
I'm
you hear they're meant to be
super
in
excited.
that?
I mean,
Like,
I'm
Tobey and
hoping-
Andrew
I'm
meant to be in
hoping-
that.
I'm hoping
Is that
that
not
they
a
do voice acting for
Is that
it
going to be a
because
musical?
They're
though?
actually meant
a
to be.
musical.
Well,
Am I getting no?
That's
you're
Joker.
gonna- you're
Oh,
gonna-
that's
Joker.
right, that's right. I'm
Yeah.
getting that
No,
mixed up.
no, but see, Into the Spider-Verse, that was such a good movie. I feel like that was such a
love
brace
that.
for it. That was like, that felt like
That was well made.
original Spider-Man movies.
I've watched it like 4
which is
times
like
now.
that's one of my most rewatched movies. I think.
Soundtrack as
I
well.
love
The
that.
soundtrack is banging as
It's
well.
such a chill movie to watch as well because
you can watch
kinda-
it anytime.
Yeah, that's what I really liked about it. It was just like so. It felt really good to watch it.
It was a good film. I think though it's again it's kind of one of these things. I suppose that was the original introduction to the multiverse kind
Yeah.
of.
Aye.
Aye.
But I mean, yeah, the new one. I think I don't think they've confirmed that Toby and Andrew are
No,
going to
no,
be in it,
well,
but I think
well,
there's like it's pretty like
There's leakers that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
leaker
yeah.
that I follow that leaked the shit about the last Spider-Man movie.
oh yeah, I mean,
Leaked that and they showed like their artwork with it.
That's cool.
I think
So
I
I'm
know-
pretty
would be
confident
excited. I feel like
that they're
because they
gonna be in
already
it.
because they already introduced the idea of the
Yeah,
multiverse
yeah.
in the universe.
Well, I was going to say I'm sure
They probably
either
will.
Toby or Andrew is confirmed for Secret Wars.
Oh no, well that's
Yeah.
see if Secret Wars
it's
happens.
probably going to be
100%.
Andrew.
I mean, have you seen this week? See Sony, if you look in their Twitter right now,
Uh-huh.
this whole week they've been posting shit about how like, oh today's coffee day, oh today's Spider or something, and they keep posting shit about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man,
Yeah,
and they're sitting like
Today's getting
it's like a picture of like
everything
Andrew
Oh,
Garfield
mate,
doing that
you
or like
hacker.
something,
Mate,
something.
I just
and
I
everyone
forgot-
thinks, oh, the Amazing Spider-Man 3,
Mate,
yeah.
Sony's gonna make it.
No, I
Sony's
forgot
making it.
about how they're going. What they're going to do like, with Venom.
People think Venom, Spider-Man, the next Venom movie. People think
God.
Andrew Garfield is going to be in the next.
I think he's going
Venom
to be
movie.
the spider involved with Venom.
being honest,
People
really
think
don't like Venom whatsoever.
I'm not gonna lie,
hate
I've
the
only
first
seen the
Venom.
first one,
I
didn't
hated
see the second
I
one.
hated
I watched the
first
second one.
Second one looked shit.
It was
The
kind of
both
shit.
of us-
aye.
First one
one was
was pretty
terrible.
shit as
I'm not
well.
gonna
I'm not
lie.
gonna lie.
You know why I don't like
no,
it?
I
Again,
disagree.
I
I think
think
the first one was good. The second one was
garbage.
mediocre.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think
The
they should have done
CGI
it
in
the
the
way. See
second one
the.
looks shite.
I think like I like Tom Hardy, right? But I just don't think he was fucking Venom.
No,
He
I think
wasn't.
he's like a good actor, but
I
it's
think
just
it's-
hard to put him in that kind of role.
But that's a problem. I don't think he's meant for that type of role. Like I feel Venom should have been like fucking Jack and Phoenix or
He
something.
kind of
like
he
that.
kind
Some-
of he kind of looks the part, to be fair. But I just don't I just don't think. I
But
don't
the
know.
thing is, Eddie Brock as a character, he's a journalist, photographer, basically.
He just doesn't seem like that big guy.
Yeah, but then who does? Like,
I think they could find somebody else. But I think I'd rather not be
he's
somebody
got to be
famous.
someone that can take on Venom. Basically, that's the
Yeah.
idea.
Mate, I think that like, mate, they
You
could
know,
have,
Eddie Brock's. There's got to be
I
something about Eddie Brock where he isn't rejected by the.
mate, they could have got in. I don't know, mate. Like, I feel like that's the problem with these movies. Like, they always get obviously a big, massive actor, but like, really, I think they should focus on getting somebody to suit the role more than like, you know what I
I
mean?
thought Tom Hardy was alright. Obviously, he did the voice for Venom as well, which that maybe played a part in him getting the part.
One of the drawers.
There's a wee like Andrew. There's a pulley out drawer from the top. You have to it's like one of the hidden ones. So go to the drawer that looks like it would be a cutlery drawer, like at the bottom, and then there's like a hidden drawer.
Right there, Andrew. Go forward and just the pulley out drawer.
No.
Hold on, sorry, Andrew's trying to get some fucking the pulley out drawer.
I have to cut out.
Do you want to cut this out?
Nah,
No,
that's alright.
that's-
It's funny.
Okay.
Who? What the fucking horn was
is
that?
Bam?
I know, man. What's going on?
Fucking hell, man. Hold on, watch this. Watch how easy it is.
Well, intermission.
Aye, so we're talking about what were we talking about?
That's a lot of work on that one.
What?
That one.
Nice.
The
Mine.
one, not the one you pulled for me.
Oh,
Fanning the light. It's not going to blow up.
right,
It'll make us look cool.
right. Back in.
Mystical.
We need to get back into the.
Yeah,
flow.
everyone's waiting for a piss except me and Jack because we're hardcore.
Aye, exactly.
No, you need to do it like under the camera.
Snoop
Go
Dogg.
like put your head under the camera and do it up.
God.
Oh God.
Here we go. Right,
You're
let's
gonna
see.
see. There we go.
We're trialing something,
we'll do this.
folks. We're trialing
We're doing this
something.
into the intro.
Oh yeah, because we haven't done an
Whoa.
we haven't done an introduction whatsoever.
We kind of have. We
No, but
haven't.
your name will be in
Didn't
it
do it
anyway.
for-
The title.
Didn't do one.
We usually get a wee pop-up.
Welcome
Aye.
to
Really
Adventure
gaming.
Aye, you
Cove.
don't need to say it.
My name is Falconhoof.
Falcon
I will
Hoof.
be your guide in
Right.
your quest.
What a classic. Honestly,
That's
I was
a bang
rewatching
one.
That's,
it.
this was
I was
made me
re-
think I was watching.
Yeah.
it.
Anyway,
I was
we're
rewatching
back
Running.
again into
Let's
the
just-
com.
let's-
Back
Back
once
again.
again with the Renegade Master.
Aye. What were we talking about? I can't
We
remember.
were talking about Marvel films.
Yeah,
Marvel.
this is getting boring, but
Let's change it. Let's change
change
the
it.
we should just change it to other movies.
Other movies.
What do we want?
Wait,
Other
is anyone?
movies?
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't. How many Ring of Power episodes are there right now?
2.
There's
We
six.
watched
I watched
the first
4
2.
or 3.
I've still not watched like the other ones.
Six episodes are out. I've watched 3 of them.
I've
That's what
only,
I'm saying. The recent one is meant to be good.
No,
So
I think I watched 4. I think I've watched 4.
okay.
I've watched only the
The
two
recent
that
one's
we
meant to be
watched. I
really
think.
good.
Because I do want to catch up with it because it does seem like it could be good. It just needs more time to develop.
Yeah.
You
Aye.
know what I mean?
I know. I need to watch it. It's just one of them ones.
I
Like,
think once I launch it, I think it'll still be good. Like,
Aye.
I don't think I'm going to
The
fucking.
thing is, with a
be like,
series,
oh.
it's
because it's so
never-
long, but innit, like I come home from work and like I'm like, oh,
Aye.
I just
Can't
wish it was
that.
different though. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels unfortunate because I was so excited for it, but it just feels like
I
I've
liked
got
it. See,
an elf racist here.
the
He
first,
can't handle black elves.
the first 2 episodes were class. I think. Like I thought they were
Aye.
decent.
I didn't mind.
There was also wee things that
Aye.
could be different, but I thought for the effort, it's, although I hate that it's an Amazon exclusive, which is annoying as fuck.
I mean, that's probably how they get their funding, to be
Sorry,
honest.
but-
Well, Jeff Bezos is a big Lord of
It
the
was
Rings
$1
fan.
billion fucking
yeah.
made
Yeah,
show.
I
it's,
know.
it's Bezos' divorce money. Like he's just he was spunking
God.
money everywhere, man. He's
Divorce
getting his
money,
new
man.
girlfriend with massive chebs, and he's just gone.
I mean, I've not even seen his
I'm
new
having
girlfriend.
my midlife crisis now.
Is
I'm
she
going to
fit?
spend
Is she?
400 million on a Lord of the Rings
I mean,
series, and
like,
all while
like-
I'm at it.
His new wife will just get a divorce, and then she'll become the second richest, or
Wait,
maybe even the
Jeff
most. rich.
Bezos,
think
have you
it's-
seen like the
yeah.
pictures of him in a yacht? But he's a fucking like James Bond villain, man. Like every cunt says.
He is literally just Lex Luthor.
You
man.
heard his
Aye.
laugh.
He literally is just
You
like
heard
Oh, wait,
his
I don't know.
laugh.
I have actually on that.
The
Aye.
guy
Aye.
is a fucking.
Yeah,
he goes
he's a
like-
super villain.
I have.
That poor man.
He's a bit of a scary
Fucking
cunt,
scary,
man.
mate.
Jeff Bezos, it's funny that he's a person, to be fair. Like, he's a
Aye.
human being.
He's, like, he's living right now. He's probably eating
oh,
fucking
made an
orange.
online bookshop and
Speaking
it
of
fucking blew up.
billionaires, but sees wait, I
Mark
forgot.
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, right? Did you see that he rented out the Apex arena from Dana White UFC? Like, he actually rented out the whole arena.
For
And
what?
Nobody knows why. Just he
He
rented it.
ran out.
But I think he had like a mad like work like fight thing or something. Like, he had something going on. They actually just like rented it to him, and apparently
It does seem like a very startup-y kind of fucking. Let's just have
Imagine
a laugh.
that.
It's like
Aye.
he's still in that startup company mindset, even though he's owns like fucking
Aye.
Meta.
'Cause I watched
He's
the
like 50
podcast with him
years
and
in.
Rogan, and that's
it's
what he
just like,
says.
right, guys, I understand that maybe as a company we're not all seeing eye to eye, and I really want us to work together as a team. So to set aside our differences, we're gonna have a cage match.
That's, I mean, he's been training.
Janice, the secretary, you're fucking fighting Bob.
That's been like he's been training like MMA and stuff because he enjoys like jiu-jitsu and that. But it's like he says he tries to get other people involved in it. So I'm thinking that he just did like a company brawl. Like,
It's just a fucking.
you want the manager job? You want the manager job? Get in there. Get in there.
Aye.
That's a good thing to do. I think. See if you want that. See if you get a bunch of people wanting a position, just get into scrap.
Just a Mark Zuckerberg deathmatch. It's just him in a
Fight to
ring,
the
and they
death.
just keep sending
then-
them in, and it's just like
And then,
I'll
no,
take
I would
more.
do it. I would do it like a tryout. Like, so you have a fight, and you have like a board game. They win a board game, and then you have like a final. Like, it'd be like fucking, I don't know, like the mad TV shows when they do like Ninja Warrior or something. They need to do so, like he's getting
Takeshi's Castle
Yeah,
with
Aye.
Facebook
Takeshi's
it's
employees.
Castle.
like Squid
Yeah,
Game,
she's
but obviously
got
without the death, obviously. But like,
Gee, Netflix are making a Squid Game, but with real people.
God.
I saw that. Yeah,
Wait, what do you mean-
obviously
what do you
not
mean
gonna
real
be-
people?
Not,
they're
not
not
like-
going to kill them.
not
but-
gonna
Well, no, they're not
kill
going to kill them, obviously, but like they're doing like a Squid
challenge.
Game,
It'd be like the challenge,
but with real humans. But they're going to do
Oh,
it.
right,
Not
aye.
obviously kill.
would you do
fucking-
that? I think I would.
I'd do it. Fuck it. If I'm not getting killed, why not?
If there's money on the line, yeah.
They're
But
prob-
even if
they're-
there wasn't, I think it'd be a good day.
They're probably getting paid a decent amount just to be
No,
in
but
the
like-
fucking thing, probably.
What, like, but would you do it like, see if it was actual real like Hunger Games type shit? Like, would you actually day in like that? Like, do you like see if
I
you,
don't give a fuck. I don't care. Man.
I don't think
I'm
I'd
not
make
If my
it.
life is on the line, no.
Like, see that one in Squid Game where like they need to hang out the wee thing? I'd
Nah.
be fucked.
I'd be fucked as well,
done,
man.
mate.
Shaky hands.
My
man.
hands-
Aye,
my hands are
like,
too
I'd be like,
shaky.
I'd be like, oh, and just fucking the horns
Aye.
I
cracked.
can't do that.
I can do it.
I could probably do like, see like
My
the.
hands shake all the time.
I do the
In fact,
red
they're
light,
alright.
green light one. I did be decent at that. I
See,
think.
the thing is now though, right? surely they have to change the games. Like they can't do the Squid Game games because like they basically revealed how to beat them all.
True.
Like everyone would just be licking the back of it because they're
I
like, well, I don't
know.
need to snap it now.
People- I mean, they might still do
the
that,
rice one,
honestly.
the
I wouldn't be surprised.
what is it? The one we done with the what was it? The dice. I had dice.
Oh,
I didn't finish Squid Game.
Aye.
No, I didn't
You
finish
didn't
it.
finish it.
It's actually-
I just thought I
quite
just couldn't
good.
be bothered because everyone see when everyone's talking about it, I feel like it's just too
Aye,
much.
it's
I was
just too. Aye.
like I watched a bit of it and I thought it was pretty good, but I just couldn't be bothered finishing it.
I think the
It
concept
actually was good. I
thought it
liked
was
it.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was
mean,
good, but I just mean like this.
I don't
You
know.
just couldn't be bothered.
My
Like,
thing
it's
is,
just
like,
once
kinda
you
one-
knew,
once
like,
The
it's all
second
good.
one though,
Yeah.
like when it comes out, obviously it'll be years away, but like when that eventually becomes out, I don't think it'll be as good as the first. I think they'll, like,
I don't know.
I
It
think they'll
might.
butcher it. I think
It
they'll butcher
might
it.
though.
I
You
think
never
they'll
know.
butcher it,
You never know.
Being
What-
honest.
It's
They may-
Hunger Games sequels
Depends.
territory, basically.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
Hunger Games in Korean.
the
He's
first,
dyed his
the,
hair pink and now he's gonna fucking
To be fair,
brutalize
true,
anyone
I
that
forgot
stands in
he's
his
done
way.
it.
the
Aye.
first
To be
Hunger
fair.
Games was class.
See, his second Hunger Games, but that was my favourite one.
What was that one again?
That was
The
Catching
Catching
Fire.
Fire.
I just remember it because she shoots the arrow up and it actually blows up.
Breaks
the whole
like
thing.
the
That was
fucking
like-
dome. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like breaks the
Was that the one
simulation
with
she was
old
in.
women?
Yeah,
Or the ladies
yeah.
like, "Ooh."
I like
That
that.
one was
just
actually
the
quite good.
darkness one.
I rewatched them
Aye.
recently. No, actually not as bad as I remember.
I just thought the first one was because it's just
I didn't
like,
watch the last two. The part
I-
one and part two. I didn't watch
I
that.
I did. I watched all of
I
them.
didn't
Never
really
watched
like,
that.
I didn't like the last two that much, to be
I've
honest.
watched clips of it.
President
never
Coin.
watched
They killed off my favourite character, which is annoying.
it's one of these ones. I think Hunger Games, the concept is cool.
Yeah.
So then, like once you kind of go past that, it's like, oh, we're trying to get really deep into it. Now she wants
Yeah.
to take down the establishments,
Aye,
and
the
it's
politics,
like, well, I just want to see like
Good idea.
40 people in a fucking forest fighting to the death.
mate, the
Yeah.
fucking see I can't remember if it was the last or second last movie, but the one where like they're in the fucking sewers, mate, and it's in me.
Yeah,
fucking,
that's the second last one, I'm pretty sure.
They're scary as fuck.
No, it was. It did have like cool moments in the last couple, but I think the second one was where it peaked for me. Just because I thought it was like it was
Aye.
basically like, oh yeah, it's the second one, but like there's more of an imminent threat.
Aye,
I almost felt
it's
like.
class.
Do you know Charlie Moist Critical?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do,
Moist
do you know he was
Critical,
in one of them as an extra?
Really?
Uh-huh.
There's
Critical.
no way.
Just as like a civilian. See when the fucking civilian hospital gets blown up in one of them.
Would they have a short hair at that point?
I think, in fact, I think he's unused. But he was
right, okay.
he was like in the thing.
Mate,
That's quite funny to
No.
be fair.
No, it's fine. Remember Daniel Craig was one of the stormtroopers in the Star Wars?
yeah.
I thought that was wild. I didn't believe that though. I thought that was just like a thing that people said. Like,
No, but I feel like it's the kind of thing you could easily do because it's like, well,
I'm
it's
pretty
Daniel
sure,
Craig.
I actually remember that. I'm pretty sure it was like whenever it was one of the people when like Ray was getting interrogated.
aye,
By the way, I hate those movies. Those are
aye. That
They-
first
they-
one.
they-
I've
I
I didn't
not
watch
wa-
any.
I've
I
not
didn't
watched-
watch any of them.
I've not
the
watched the
new ones
last
are
two.
so
None of them. I
terrible.
didn't watch any of them.
I watched the first one, I think,
There's no
and then
worth-
after
it's
that,
not
I don't
worth
think I watched
The
that
last
again.
one is actually like one of my least favorite movies I've ever
The,
seen.
Aye,
the issue
tragic,
was
I think.
they went, right, we need to bring out a new Star Wars film following the main storyline,
And they didn't plan out.
and obviously we need to make 3 of them because that's how we've done it before.
Mm.
But they never, like, even if they just followed, like, think how much backlash Phantom Menace got,
Yeah.
but they still carried on with
I enjoy the Phantom
the
Menace.
storyline that they'd planned. And fucking Disney just shat the bed and went, fuck you, J.J. Abrams, get the fuck. I don't care if you were doing Lost or something like that.
Aye.
Lost. Aye.
Fucking
Mate, I forgot. We had to talk about your
bring
Amsterdam.
the
When you
Emperor
were in
back from the
Amsterdam.
dead.
Yes, I was in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
a couple-
Lost.
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Hamish
Yeah,
was
so-
at Amsterdam.
How was
He
it?
done
What do
some
you
good
rate
shit.
it? Do you, let's
Let's go.
let's aye let's.
Yeah,
We'll
you
go
need
into
to
that
ask
for
the
a
right
bit.
questions.
You
We'll
went
go
to
into
Amsterdam
that
recently
for
as
the
well.
for the end.
No, so
Whatever.
like how do you
We'll
rate it? Out whatever.
Out of 10.
10. Aye.
I'll give it like
How was it?
I give it like a solid like an 8 or 9. I think
What'd you-
it
what'd
was,
you- what'd you do?
it
it
What'd
was
you do?
definitely what did I do?
What do you want? That's interrogation. What
You
did you
can say
do?
any drugs you done because it was
No,
legal.
What did you do?
Look,
I
what
mean,
do you mean, mate? How was the Anne Frank Museum?
okay. I didn't actually go to that.
Right.
I didn't go either. Actually,
We went
I-
to,
I-
we went-
I've seen it.
What
I've
about the
seen it.
Rijksmuseum?
we
Did you go
went
to
to
that
we
one?
went to a museum called Mocha, which is really fried. It was like
Mocha.
it had like a whole like NFT section. I couldn't be
Taking a
arsed,
wee
so I
boat
didn't go in there.
down the canals.
Yeah, I did go
Just
on
doing the
there was a
touristy
s-
things. Nothing.
There's a
Nothing
smoke
too
boat.
mental.
There's a smoke boat as well, which was really
smoke
fun.
boat.
as well.
So you actually did go.
It actually was really good as well.
Okay.
Like I, was,
Smoke
I
boat.
did, although I only had like one joint with me, so I could only like smoke like when I was on it for like the first half hour, and then I literally ran out. And I was like, oh shit, I should have brought another one.
Aye.
I started feeling seasick.
No, there's so many
I was
museums.
gonna
Like,
say,
there's
imagine
tons.
you
Like,
suffered from seasickness.
I know, I
But we're
did.
so melted, you just said, "Fuck it, I'll go in this."
Essentially.
So then you go on melted,
Yeah, basically.
get
Aye.
more melted, and then just start spewing or something like that.
I didn't start
'Cause you don't know
spewing,
why
but
you're
I-
seasick.
Aye.
Towards the end, I did start feeling a bit seasick, but like the museums are really good though.
Oh,
Because we went to,
class.
so the Mocha one has like a downstairs section where it's just like lights and stuff, and it was so cool whenever you're like not there.
yeah, aye.
And then so many. There's literally cafes like everywhere in the centre as well. So
Aye.
you can literally just walk. I mean, accidentally, we went off the smoke and went to the red light district. And it was just like, just one of the things you just don't expect. We literally just walked in the wrong street and they were like, all right. Okay.
Did anyone shag anyone?
Oh, no. No,
You sure?
What a mental question to ask. I'm so sorry, but you've just gone.
Well, okay.
That's not even a
Was
mental
anyone
question.
tempted though? Was
It
anyone
was-
tempted?
No, 'cause
That's not even a mental question,
No,
mate.
because the way that sounded to me, I thought you just meant from your party of people that
Nah.
went out to Amsterdam. Did anyone shag
Nah,
each other?
if he's mentioned red light district, did anyone shag any of the
I'm
fucking
not gonna lie,
holes,
like,
mate?
Yeah,
I
if you
know.
said, the fact you said, did anyone shag anyone? I
Here's
just,
some-
Aye, that's
in my
what I
head, I
mean,
just
but-
went, what were you
Aye.
shagging?
Well,
them?
did any of your mates shag anyone?
No.
Even if it's not red
No.
light. Okay.
No.
See,
Just-
exactly.
Not gonna lie,
It's
though.
just because
That's
we're
right.
like,
That was
Never
the
know.
checklist
think
there.
right, think about it. Well, we didn't go to any clubs. We're all staying in the same hotel room, so it was just kind of like that.
it's
And we're
a-
also staying
bit
about
dodgy.
a half-hour train ride away from the actual
Mate.
sex
Oh,
areas.
yeah.
So why would you put? It's literally
If
like
we were
from
going to
here
Amsterdam, we're going to a
Glasgow.
club. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
was thinking about. But
me-
see, we
yeah.
stayed
We're doing
up
that.
from 1 a.m. right? So we were up the whole night, and it was on the Saturday.
He's looking for the Dutch word up.
Yeah, no one. So
No,
literally,
we-
I
Yeah,
wanted to
right
go
now,
to a
bro.
club, but I was just so tired on the first day, and then
Yeah,
the second
aye.
day we actually wanted to go out and just
Aye.
like see what we could do and just like try
Aye,
to do stuff.
me and Jay, we found this one that was like right next to us. It done like pure like psytrance and all that. And we're going to go to that, but then we just kind of like we were so tired.
I
we're
think
like,
that,
oh.
yeah, I think
so
next time I
tired,
go,
very
I
good.
want to go
No,
to a
'cause you're
club
so like
because I feel like
you're
I
so like
explode
walking
enough.
all day and all that, and then you just,
Yeah, walking.
aye. Well, we
Yeah,
did what
walking.
we didn't
Yeah.
touch a tram or nothing. We walked
yeah.
everywhere.
We walked about
Yeah,
15,
fun.
20k steps a day
Aye,
easily.
aye.
Like I was looking at my steps, I was like, what the fuck? I was walking like so much every day. No,
Aye.
I was so
The
tired
longest-
because I was just walking about all
The
day.
longest we walked was like up to that park all the way north. Like
Yeah, we
from the-
walked. Yeah, that, I think that's where Mocha is
Aye,
as
aye,
well.
aye.
Because that's where, yeah, it's actually.
It's a big park, like the big one. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like a museum,
Right.
the Van Gogh Museum. Right
Aye, we
next to
went-
it. Is that the one?
aye, we
that's
went-
right?
aye, we
so
went
that
to
was
that
the
one.
park we were sitting at. There's another museum right next to it, and that's the.
And there's
Mocha
tons.
Museum.
See that wee area, that whole
Yeah.
bit. That there's
Aye.
like museum
Stuff
after
everywhere.
museum after
And there's a wee
museum.
basketball court as well. We're just watching people
Aye.
playing basketball.
We
That was
went
good.
to the wildest museum was the sex museum. We went to. That was fucking,
We tried to go there on the last day just because they were like, "Fuck it, it's jokes." But
Aye.
we had our suitcases with us, and they were like, "You all have suitcases?" And they were like, "Yes." And it was like, "Nah, you can't
Ah,
come." And I was like, "Ah." I was just
yeah.
thinking, next time I go, I want to go there, and I want to go to. Oh fuck, I forgot the name of it. There's some other stuff I want to go.
We should go next year.
There,
We should go.
there was
I wanna
a
go to
there's
the
a place that
clubs.
Jade wants to go. It's in Rotterdam, but it's like a big like they've got windmills and like just flowers all over the place.
Aye.
But
I
obviously,
was going to say, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
in Rotterdam then, because Rotterdam is just that big fucking industrial city, I'm pretty sure.
well, no, it's like somewhere. It's outside. She said
Ah, well,
Rotterdam.
near
Aye,
Rotterdam,
probably
yeah.
near Rotterdam.
I feel
yeah.
like there's certain parts I was just like, I wished I went further out of actual Amsterdam. Like I didn't really want to go.
Aye,
Like,
j-
just, like, cause it's like a whole country. You
That's
know
what
what I mean?
I
So
mean,
sometimes you
ca-
want to
ca-
actually explore different parts of the
That's I
place.
mean, when we go to DEFCON's, like not in Amsterdam, it's obviously
Yeah.
outside in the Netherlands.
It's only
somewhere.
because we were only there for 5 days, so we couldn't really. And
Aye,
4
I
days
mean,
usually,
the main
you know what I
central
mean?
bit's more touristy, but obviously, like, we went in, it was peak tourism.
It was
like-
like
I think
September. So it was
Amsterdam's a nice city, but there's not tons to do except
well,
for the things that aren't
So you
legal
don't-
here.
I think
Yeah,
you make your
you
own
don't
fun.
Would
aye.
you? Let's be honest. Would you go to the red light district? Would you like? You know,
Well, not me, obviously.
well, obviously not you, but
Probably not, no.
I mean, I'm in a relationship.
See, I want.
So you're basically saying you would though, but you were just looking for a bit of support.
Bro's
I'm
You were
not-
just looking for somebody to go,
See-
yeah, I would. So be like, yeah, me too.
See, fair, like, me and
All of us just
Oh,
went
nah.
no, and
It
you're like,
depends.
oh.
It depends.
Well, me and
It
Jade, like-
depends how fucking
There was
like
people.
you know.
There was people
How
flirting
fucking
with each
desperate you
other.
are.
Nah, I'm not
You
down
did,
desperate.
no, but it's like you did see people like flirting with.
Are there
the-
people
with the hookers
like
and
dead
stuff.
fucking like
Yeah.
you know like model fucking
What the fuck
Yeah,
is
so
Oh, no,
there was
aye.
definitely like people that
There's
looked
12s,
like
mate, and 15s
models
there.
and shit.
If that's
12, 15s? Fuck me.
I'd
See,
say
that's
so.
what I'm saying.
But yeah,
You never
I
know.
said I was like, even Jed was like,
Maybe
aye,
about
something
those
like
12, 15 years old.
No, I'm talking about if I was rating it out of like.
12,
like-
15 years
Fucking
old.
hell,
Fuck
right?
me,
No,
man.
that, you can't say 12, 15s in the
Yeah.
context as fucking prostitutes,
That's
mate.
not-
You
Yeah.
took it there, I didn't.
See-
No, because I didn't hear the context of out of
Dunno,
10.
man.
I just heard you go, aye, there was 12, 15s,
Aye.
and I was like, fucking
I'm
hell,
just meaning they're,
Amsterdam's a shit.
I was trying to
hole,
say
man.
exaggerating. There's ones that are like, they're nice looking.
I think when you're in a place where like stuff is legal,
Say
that's
10s.
See, that
not-
depends.
Just say 10s.
See
and
if
they
I'm
go,
pissed
alright.
off, man. I don't know, man.
Can you say fucking
I can,
no?
no, but I
'cause-
can
It may
understand
You
if
take
you
it
were
that way as
single
well, though.
and you're like, fuck it, why not? You know what I mean? But it's just fried. But
Even Jade was like looking at him and she was like, aye. And I was
If
like,
you're not in a relationship, it's different.
yeah,
I know.
guess.
I was like, yeah, right. I was kind of. I didn't like being there, to be honest. I thought it was pure awkward as fuck.
Yeah, I
man.
mean, we were
I
just.
feel
kinda
like, see, even
walking
like
by,
paying
to be
them
honest.
though,
I feel
it's
it's like animals, mate. I was looking
if
at.
you do it as well, but It's like a wee checklist, just like
Fuck off.
I've done that. You know what I mean?
I want to look at your
Why is that
checklist.
I mean,
What's on the checklist?
What is your
here?
bucket
No,
list?
but see, but
I
didn't like it there. Everyone, there's so many people there, and I was like, it just feels like
Actually, it was really busy.
it feels like we're just looking at like it's like they're getting auctioned off, mate, and
Yeah.
it made me feel a bit uncomfortable.
It
Like,
did.
and I feel like also, I mean, obviously they're getting paid and stuff, so it's not exploitation. But at the same time, I felt a bit weird about it because
Yeah.
I'm not used to it.
And
Also,
then you don't know what's
fuck.
going on
You know what I
behind the
mean?
scenes either.
Right,
exactly. I don't
See, I don't
know.
know.
right, Jack.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the shrooms? The shrooms
The
show.
rooms.
The shrooms.
I go. How was the
Right.
shrooms?
They were okay.
Off the 12-year-olds
'Cause
onto the shrooms.
I was fucking fuck off. I was just thinking like
What do you mean?
we weren't planning really on like we weren't like, oh yeah, 100%.
Let's go from the start. Like,
We just went and just said
Aye.
fuck it. We just found a shroom shop.
so you walk into the
We
shop.
wanted to do them because I was just like fuck it. It's legal and it's like it's safe. So I was
Aye,
like, fuck it,
you,
who cares?
you walk into the shop, right? What's the thoughts then? What are you going through and looking at everything?
No, because we went to a 420 shop. It was like and it
Get
was a
close to the
420
mic, by the way, just in
sorry.
case.
It was
No,
a
I'm
four, it
just
was like
saying.
a 420 cafe, and then
4 and 20
we just walked
cafes.
around the corner, and there was like just like shrooms. just like you saw a bunch of shrooms just like on the outside, and I was like, all right, well, we kind of gotta go in the shop no matter
I'm
what,
just
even if we're not buying
having
it.
wee trays out, like all free samples.
It's like we
I
like
mean,
boxes.
yeah,
or
it's wee boxes, and
I mean, it's
it's
just like-
truffles. It's not actually mushrooms. It's like the truffles,
Truffles,
which is like I think it's like the ungrown.
They're not fancy ones.
No, truffles
I
is
know
its
they
own.
get
It's,
picked.
it's like almost like the seeds. of
Truffles is its own
mushrooms.
species. It's
Yeah.
not like mushrooms, like fungi. It's like a different type.
Aye.
But they were
species.
good. That's the thing because we basically just dedicated the day. We were like, fuck it, we'll do them.
Yeah.
And then we were like, I didn't see anything, but I just like I felt really good.
Aye.
Everything
But,
felt very
I mean,
nice.
so actual mushrooms, they're obviously illegal in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
But the reason it's kind of I don't know how they work this out, but the truffles, they're quite strong, to be honest. They're probably the same strength as
Yeah.
some of the other mushrooms. But I think the reason mushrooms are more like depending on what ones, different species, but they're quite stronger. So like it's hard to gauge.
Aye.
But even then, truffles like it's the same chemical as psilocybin.
Yeah.
But I think the reason that they didn't, I think they just because it was mushrooms that people were taking, it was then because some people died from them.
Yeah.
Obviously
Yeah.
because they committed suicide. Stupid people, obviously.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
abused these things and thought they can just do whatever.
yeah.
Right?
Do shrooms, kids.
Don't do them if you're
Do
stupid.
truffles even. Sorry.
But then even then, the reason that truffles weren't like commercialized, people weren't selling them. So by then they realised, oh, that's also that
Yeah.
same chemical is in there. But then I don't know how they kind of see the law.
Yeah.
Like they went like, get rid of that.
Yeah,
That's
because of them few instances and they just got a bad rep. And
exactly.
Then
But then
banned
it's
them.
weird because it's not even it's the actual this chemical's the same.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
So I kind of didn't realize like what it would do to me, and also whenever I was taking them, I was just like I kind of had to research beforehand like how much you need to take to for, like what kind of dose you want to take. I think I took 5 grams, which is kind of like a pretty low dose
Aye.
for like. And so I didn't see anything, but I definitely after like an hour, I was just like, it was so funny. Everything felt weird.
So I mean, the
about it.
trouble, like, because obviously, see normal mushrooms, you never go more than like 5 grams, and 5 grams is like heroic. So like,
Heroic.
yeah, no, that's what people call it. So, but I think it's like, so like normally like threshold dose people start is like 1 gram.
Yeah.
That's like
Really?
your threshold. That's like you're not like completely. You're kind of just feeling the body euphoria, and you get some visuals. And then as you go up, obviously you get to like 3.5. Then you start that's full on kind of trip. 4 or 5, but is like
Yeah.
full on. In men 5, but that's you.
Wait, for,
not here
for
anyway.
truffles?
Not for mushrooms.
Oh,
it's for
okay,
mushrooms.
that's what I was thinking.
Truffles is different.
Truffles is different because I was
just more
thinking,
like
I was thinking I could have taken like probably like triple that dose.
aye. I don't
Like,
know.
and that would have been what would have like
Aye.
properly got me
The
into
ones that I
different
took, I think, were equivalent of like 20 grams. I think.
Yeah, I think
But
the
then
one,
that- aye.
there was like 20. You could get like 15-gram boxes and 20-gram boxes.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think we got the 15-gram one at first, and we shared them, and we had like wee tiny bits, but
Yeah.
it didn't do anything because everyone went to sleep.
Because you had the stronger ones, like the Mexicana ones, which is like they're really strong. Because you different species, that's why obviously they're all like different
Yeah.
potencies. And I think that's maybe why they're illegal because it's easier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is that not like a brand of like cheese with chilies in it that you can get
Aye.
at
They're
Tesco?
also they don't.
Sorry, my brain always goes to food.
There's one they had called Golden Teacher, which is actually a mushroom strain. That's not like I don't know why they call it that, but there's a mushroom strain called Golden
See,
Teacher.
why do the name strains like anything though? Like
Well, it's
I mean,
just-
I'm not a drug person. I've
Aye.
never taken anything in my life
Aye.
bar alcohol and paracetamol. But
Love it.
I know.
but at the same time, like I've heard of like fucking weed strains and stuff, and it's like fucking Stardog.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's like that can't be like it can't have derived from the scientific name.
it's-
That's just some cunts just going.
You need to think
"Yeah,
it's like
fucking
well,
Stardog, mate."
Stardog's a mix between 2 other like strains, like different. It's all genetic stuff.
I
It's
feel
kinda
like
do it.
see most
You've got
strains
the dog
nowadays
in 'em.
they're a mixture of indica and sativa instead of just a single strain.
There's
You know
no
what I mean?
such thing as
There's
just an
mostly-
indica. It's all mixed.
There's mostly hybrid breeds nowadays.
I think it's
that's
all
basically
hybrid,
what
to be
I
honest.
think it is.
If we go Amsterdam ever, we do an episode that we bring our shit in the fucking suit bag.
There's no
Don't give a
way
fuck.
There's no
you could
way.
do
We do it.
Well,
I'm
No,
not
no,
paying 70
There's
quid to
no
get an
fucking
extra
way.
suitcase across the door.
Shh, I don't give a fuck. We do it. We get him melted for the first time on podcast. It'd be hilarious.
I would do it in Amsterdam.
That's a
do
banger. That's a banger.
When
right
it's
there.
legal.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
would do it when it's legal.
But it'd be fucking funny. It'd be so funny.
It's funny why you say that because you do it with it just because it's legal. But
Yeah,
why
no,
is that illegal over here then? That's the.
No, I get that. But at
Aye.
the same time, it's just like, well, I don't know.
Aye.
It's
Only
probably
thing
more of like the guilt where you're like,
Yeah,
it's illegal.
it's
I
a bit
shouldn't, you know what I mean?
paranoid whenever
I
you do it as
understand
well.
where it's coming from.
Yeah, like,
I cannot. But I mean, no, it's mad though because I told you about this when Jade was tripping. Like she got a bit semi-paranoid because she thought like she seen a helicopter or something and thought that was the
Aye.
police. And I was like, Jade, this is legal to do, right? This is the difference. Like you're not in any trouble. Like
That's
we're
the
just,
one thing I noticed
I was
is a
just picturing
difference.
you
I
sitting
didn't feel
like fucking
paranoid at all.
Monsters Inc. with a wee
No
kid in
paranoid.
your room sort of thing, like with the fucking flat,
Ah.
like spotlights.
Aye.
Spotlights coming in the windows.
It's
Jade
mad though,
going, "Ugh."
she wasn't even on that high, but like I was on a way stronger dose than what she was
Yeah.
on because I was obviously. I mean, I was on Discord being I was heavy like
you were.
my top off that because I was fucking the heat. You get that?
Yeah,
so,
actually,
Yeah,
was fuck's
that's
sake.
one thing. That's
So,
one thing I noticed. See, when we were sitting in that like hotel room, like it got so hot just because there was 5 of us
So no,
all sitting
aye,
in that
no,
one room,
no,
and
five
we had
of
to, that's
these
why.
fucking
So aye.
After like a couple of hours, we had to leave it. So we left, went into Amsterdam Central, got more, right, and then we got and then we smoked as well. And it was just honestly, it was a really. I feel like that was a
that's
really good
never
day.
a good combo, man.
No, it was a good combo.
No, right.
No, it was a good combo at that time because we kind of cooled off from it a little bit. So
Aye.
that was after like the peak of it. So
Aye,
we kind of
so-
felt alright.
That's I mean like the thing is with like weed and that it completely like it just makes it so much more intense. Like any type of
Yeah,
cigarette, if you
yeah.
take it's all right if you're on a lower dose, but see if you're on a high dose and you take that is like that makes people freak out sometimes because it's just so much. And that thing is like the reason with the temperature though, it's like your body's actually not that like hot weirdly. Like you feel hot, but you're not.
It's more,
Yeah.
so of like
But your body,
your brain thinks you're feeling
yeah,
that.
so-
but, like,
It's,
you're
like, it's not
actually
your
not
body
that
But it can-
temperature, it's
it
like the
can-
outside temperature.
no,
that
but it can switch though.
needs
Like
us-
you can think your body will think it's hot and it'll
Aye.
go cold.
I think
but
I think at that point, honestly, just like drinking water, going a walk is like the best thing
Aye.
you could do.
It's,
because
I
if
suppose
you're
like when
not-
you have a fever and like you're boiling hot, but you feel so cold.
sometimes
Aye.
it feels
So
like
you're
a
putting
fever.
on
It's,
more and
it's
more.
kind of like
and
see
it's,
like
not doing any
2CB
good.
that affects one of the receptors
Never
that
done
makes
it.
you feel sick, nausea, right? But you're not actually nauseous, as in like you're sick. Your brain's just make you feel when you take 2CB, it affects one of those. So sometimes people feel a bit nauseous, but that's not because they're actually nauseous taking the thing. It's just because our brain is getting affected by that receptor,
Which is
Yeah.
fried.
and it's that's the main. But I mean, shrooms is quite fried to be honest.
They were definitely like an interesting experience. I think I would go if I go back. I would definitely do them again. Like
I wouldn't know.
it seems
you
like
open your third eye, so to speak.
I wouldn't say I took enough to do that. I think it was, and even
I
when
took a lot.
even when I tried,
I
even
took a
even when I tried to do it for the second time, it didn't hit as hard with it because I think I was already on them. I'd done them the day before, and I don't think I'd done
Aye.
enough of a high because I feel like isn't it like once you do it once, you have to take like almost like double plus the dose.
Well, no, like you're told.
get to
The
the
thing,
same-
the thing is, with, like this is the reason these things are you can't really abuse them. They're obviously
because
they're
the
not.
tolerance changes.
They're not addictive, but you also like. So see if I took that and then took it the next day, it'd be less strong.
That's what I mean. So that's why I
Right.
didn't feel it as much.
That's why like people who do psychedelics like properly, mind you, know, and people who do fucking. I mean, that guy. There was like on one of the podcasts, right, and he was saying that like, what was he saying? He's saying that like, he didn't like them and stuff, but then he was telling me that he don't know what he's doing them every day,
Yeah.
like 5 days in 1 week, and I'm like,
That's too much.
that's just what how
That
do
is abusing them.
how these things are meant to be spaced. It's meant to be spaced at like months,
That's
even
what I
like
mean,
at
so I
weeks,
probably-
like.
But that's what they say, like your classic kind of uppers though. It's like the way they work is like so you kind of have like your body produces so much serotonin and endorphins, but say like I don't know, even like
There's no come down on
you
them.
laugh and it releases some.
That's true.
You're thinking about
But then,
MDMA.
but then
feel infinite
when you
day
take
after.
something like that, it just releases all of them at once, so it just drains your body.
So that's
I mean, that's what
aye.
makes the come
You're-
up
you're
so bad.
You're thinking of MDMA.
That's what I mean. Like,
So I've never done MDMA myself, but
No.
that's what that does. It's like
Yeah.
a serotonin dump. Like
yeah, it just fucking
completely.
gets rid of all.
and
So it
that's-
feels great, but it's the fucking.
But
after
and that's
effects.
why like see people abuse that. Like eventually their brain just doesn't.
Yeah.
It stops
So I
producing
feel
a lot of serotonin, which
Yeah.
which I don't take it because it affects mood. Like I know
Yeah.
somebody who
That
abused
terrifies
them
me.
and it fucks their he's
Yeah, yeah.
hooked. Like
Yeah.
So the cat is basically can't like have the
Happiness.
correct
You basically
emotions,
can't
like,
be,
your
aye.
emotions are just
Aye,
all
fucked.
over the place.
Well, it's like meth. The way that works it basically, if you can say, right, natural fucking release of like endorphins and serotonin, say it's on a scale, right, and it's like, I don't know, somebody cracks a joke and it goes to like 50, or you have sex and it's like 300. I think sex is like reaching orgasm is like the highest natural whatever. Say that's 300, right? I think if taking meth is like 3,000 or something like that.
So it's like a 10
so like once you've reached 3,000, nothing ever feels as good as that. That's why they want to get back on it.
I'm not gonna lie, like see like LSD and all that, like is like it makes you feel like you feel. I would describe it as like you smoked one joint and you smoked like another 10 after that, and that's how high and like me you feel like, and it's wild. Like I think. But it's the same with shrooms. Shrooms make you feel.
I think like harder drugs like kind of scare me because I don't want to have that addiction.
Nah, no.
Yeah. So that's why I would rather.
I mean, like I've taken things that like are I mean as addictive. I mean, I've like like alcohol and that, nicotine, like all these other things, and it's like they're classed as addictive. I can understand why they're addictive, but my brain refuses to get addicted to them. Weirdly, it's one of them weird things.
That's probably just.
We need to fucking test that to the limits.
Like,
what gets Jack addicted? Yeah.
Honestly, there's doing heroin with Jack.
Right, this episode we've got.
No, but honestly, I mean,
we're burning it.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't think I can get addicted to anything. It's one of them weird ones.
We need to.
No, really. I think my brain's been rewired to not be addicted.
Try guys this, but also speaking of try guys. This guy's trying fucking different women.
I know. Okay.
I don't know.
It was a statement though. It was so funny.
I'm gonna go like.
Did you see the statement where he was like, "Oh yeah, so I had a consensual relationship with somebody in the office, but now I put my full focus on the family." It's like there was no kind of like remorse or anything for like I've just cheated on my wife.
I'm not gonna lie, do you know how I feel like I know he shouldn't have always cheated, right? But don't feel like he probably had like a major like social pressure. Like he probably thought, or maybe it's this thing where like. He's not meant to do that, but he gets like some sort of satisfaction from doing that. Obviously, like you know what I mean. Like some people think, oh, I might be the family guy, but I'm not going to be. Like
yeah, but then like to take it the same way, some people get satisfaction from having sex with children.
Why
doesn't make it a good thing?
Sorry, I was not paying
attention.
I mean? It's like, what the fuck did I just hear?
I used an extreme example. We're just talking about cheating. No, obviously it's one thing having an open relationship. He didn't. He cheated or
but some people love like some people are sexually attracted to the bad. As in like bad things.
Yeah.
So some like rather it's some people like some people
life on the edge, man.
Also some people are just cunts and don't want to like talk to somebody because it's a bit of a like it's too much emotional damage.
Emotion.
Because to break up with somebody like you're literally like just destroying like a bridge and it's like just that person. It's awful for some people. So that's why I think some people don't do it. And again, some people probably just like that they're doing something bad, like they're doing something awful.
I really don't understand the concept of like someone just wanted to go out of their way to just completely ruin a whole part of their life.
I know.
Aye.
I suppose it's that adrenaline rush. Maybe it's maybe the like feeling like I'm doing something naughty.
People are always chasing a rush, like which is just so like.
It's but I mean, obviously, look at also that Jeffrey Dahmer's quite hanging me right now, but like look at him, he's just somebody who's just compulsed to do fucking terrible things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's just lost it entirely.
That's something he's just but like he's often an extreme example of like what loneliness and all that shit can do to you, and then like certain things you're not like socially used to.
I think like certain people definitely are born with like certain tendencies that like make them more likely to do that. But I think almost anyone
alcoholic tendencies.
No, but I'm just genuine. I feel like anyone that gets put into like a certain situation
like a 50-50
could possibly do that.
I only drink on a Saturday.
What's something? There was a quote or something, and it was about like. Everyone is born more likely to have like their gun on the trigger, but it's certain things that pull the trigger. Like there's like somebody can be born a psycho or a schizophrenic, and eventually it'll like there's certain things that can happen.
I'm gonna say if you put yourself into the right conditions, I feel like anyone's capable of doing almost anything.
Honestly,
as long as see if you're put under enough pressure and enough like over time, just like broken down.
I mean, like
you could do anything.
All these like all these famous awful people though, like even John Wayne Gacy, like the killer clown, like he was abused by his dad.
But then I suppose that's like anything. It's like all these would you rather. I don't mean that's like anything. I mean that's like an. It's like all these kind of would you rather's, and obviously it always gets to a certain level, and you're gonna be like, well, okay, I'll accept that option. But it's just how much the other option is.
I was watching the psychologist who hanged Jeffrey Dahmer, and he was saying like everyone's born with different like stress, like who handle stress, different levels. Some people can't handle it at all. Some people handle it way better than others. So, and it's not something that's like conscious. Some people are just generally better at like handling certain things.
And I think like you almost get put into those like situations where like you almost feel like you could do something but you just never would because you know your like morals would like stop you.
Yeah.
I think no, it's weird though, because even he was morally like he knew what he was doing was wrong. Like he just knew, but he was just so fucked. Like like I'd imagine he's been just traumatized and stuff.
I think that's terrifying.
Well,
I think
to me,
it brings
because
into the whole
makes it-
nature nurture debate. Really, it's
No,
like,
that psychologist
I think it is
mentioned that
logical.
because that's what the thing about the gun. Like everyone's got the gun, but some things will just lead it to getting pulled, like the
Yeah.
trigger.
I
Like
think it's always got to be a mixture though.
it is
You know
though,
what I
aye,
mean?
it is.
It's got to be a mixture of the right conditions with the right sort of
Things-
personality and the right
it's-
sort
see-
of like person.
See his mother, like she was on like 26 different types of medication
Yeah.
when she had them,
that's-
and he was like some people are like, oh, that's not
Every
proven.
time.
That's not proven to like affect.
yeah,
It's
but
like
that could easily fuck up a child.
easily,
if,
mate.
like,
But she was on things for like anxiety, like sleep. She was
Yeah.
on things for like depression. Like I would definitely fuck a baby up, mate.
100%.
Yeah,
And in my mind, like, how did they even decide to have that kid?
That's
at
that's
that
like
time?
that's a part of the nurture because you're the person putting the stuff into
Aye.
your body. So if there's stuff that might affect the baby getting
Aye.
into your body on the daily, then
But that's when
obviously
there's some
gonna
people
be-
who have been born who just shouldn't really have been born. Like it's just these people shouldn't have had kids.
But yeah, there's a lot of people that go like, "Oh, our marriage is failing. Let's have a kid."
That's
Aye,
the
that-
try
that's-
and
that's
save this.
horrible,
that
mate.
never
That's-
ends well.
That's horrible, mate.
Because you're just gonna make it worse for the child, and you're gonna make it worse for yourself. 'cause
This
you're
is
just
why
gonna
I have such
like,
an
split.
anti-natalist way of looking at like kids, like
Yeah.
and the things in general. Like I think like to be born. I mean, obviously being born in general is you're subject to death, pretty much, right? When you look at it. But then like imagine being like bringing somebody in when you know it's a shitty situation. You can't take you're mentally and you're
Yeah.
not mentally and financially. You can't take care of them, and you're bringing somebody else into that shit with you.
That
I think it's a
terrifies me.
selfish act.
That is a
in my
very
opinion.
selfish thing.
Here's one for you. Does anyone know whether they were or weren't planned?
I'm pretty sure I was an
Like,
accident.
does anyone know they were an
planned,
accident?
I think. I think I was
See what I
planned.
think.
Kyle wasn't planned, right?
That means you weren't planned.
No.
But then technically,
No, no.
then Kyle could
Aye,
say
exactly,
Jack wasn't
then
No,
planned
no,
because you
right,
were
no,
twins.
but listen.
Nobody
So
plans to have twins.
no, exactly though. So that means Kyle wasn't planned because I was out first. So technically, Kyle.
You're taking the fuck.
I always forget you're a twin as
Yeah.
well.
That, but is that a little bit of a like, if she knew she was having a baby,
yeah.
was not
But-
then,
but I mean, like,
okay.
No, but I would have been.
More-
I would have been the first one to kind of like develop
but like,
this.
but like to rephrase it then.
Not
for
at the time
you,
though.
What?
Not at the time though.
See, what I'm
was
thinking
the
about it,
pregnancy planned then rather than
sisters.
Well, aye,
So
aye,
much
aye.
yeah, rather than having
But
two
that,
kids?
but that doesn't mean
Like,
that Kyle was
I
planned.
don't think they planned this.
No,
because
well,
of
no,
the
you
twins,
can't
too,
plan
but
for twins because
just
you
saying.
No,
never
but
know what's gonna happen.
No, that's what I mean. No, but it's like think about it.
But I'm just trying to say, if they were to pick one of the two twins, it
No,
would be
I know,
me.
no, but
It
no,
would be
no,
me,
no, no. But cause I was born technically first.
because I was run 3 minutes first, so
Aye. even I would have been the primary
so they
one.
would have fucking shot him in the head.
Like
if
think-
this was China,
Aye.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus, man. No, but that's the logic behind that. It's because technically he wasn't the one.
I love how you've just
Bro just
thrown
said-
your twin
bro
brother
just
under
said-
the bus, just like
My guy just said my brother just wasn't the one that.
it's like no. Well, I thought you were going. Oh yeah, no, we were an
but
accident.
I've
like,
been-
as in
I've been
we,
saying it to
but
me,
it's
like,
no,
if-
no, we were
that's an
planned.
awful thing.
He wasn't.
If
he wasn't
Kyle
planned.
was born first, then I'd be the one that wasn't planned. You know what I mean? Like if
I
Kyle
mean-
was the one born first and out,
Okay,
I'd be the one that'd be like.
I
not
would
wanting
say
to
Does
go.
that
you're,
affect- did that affect
as
your
an
ego?
entity, you're both planned technically.
Technically, aye, as a
You
whole
both
thing.
fucked up by splitting into two.
Aye.
What the fuck are you
Jesus.
playing at, Jack?
That's I mean, like that's weird how twins work. Like we're just technically the same person, but just split off.
You just
Oh
fucking
my
wanted
God.
company in the womb. You
Have
couldn't
you
even
ever
wait 9
noticed that?
months. And you just go in, fuck
Jack,
it, I'll make
well,
myself a brother.
Have you ever noticed that, like because you have a twin, so you've probably had like experiences where you feel like
No, it's,
you have like a similar mindset.
no, it's weird. Me and Kyle are kind of the same, but in different ways. Like our
Yeah.
brains are kind of the same, but Kyle's actually got it worse than me.
What do you mean?
Like it's the way like our
Can read your
brain.
mind.
It's it's the way our brains work. Like Kyle's obviously hyperactive, but I'm hyperactive to like a certain. I'm not as bad. Kyle is even like he's at like 200% constantly. Like you
Aye.
just burn.
Yeah.
You've seen Kyle. He just fucking,
Yeah, he's just always
he's
there.
Always on
there.
Eckies.
Me, I'm probably like him.
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
because even like,
Shut
see, he
the
goes to
fuck up.
football. Even the guys are like, Kyle's just a machine. Like, he just
Aye.
doesn't he like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Just like fucking running the whole
Honestly-
time. And it's like, how, mate?
Honestly, I think that's like really impressive in a person to be like at like 200% all the time because I just wish I had
No,
that.
aye,
I'm
Kyle- no, Kyle-
200% for like
I
5
mean, Kyle-
minutes a day.
See me
and then
come out
I'm
of work.
gone.
See me come out of work. Kyle would always be at like 200%. He's done a whole shift, 8 hours. I'd be like, I want to go fucking home.
Yeah.
Like I'm.
Aye, I've done 8
Everyone-
hours.
everyone-
I'm going to bed.
Everyone else would be in the car like, oh,
Yeah.
and then
I'm
Kyle.
making food and I'm going to
And that's why some people don't like Kyle because he's just so like he's always up there. Like he's just so.
I've had people
Aye.
in my life that I'm like, I understand like what it's like to have that around you.
Aye.
Because it's like some people are just genuinely born with like a lot of energy.
Kyle,
and
aye.
they can always kind of
Aye.
be on that.
I
Just
think
on that
me and
point.
Kyle, if we're on like this, I'd say if we were on the spectrum, but we were more closer to the ADHD side because we were
Yeah.
just so our brains got like 200 miles
Makes
per hour.
sense.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever noticed anything though? Like, have you ever been like playing charades as a family and you and Kyle just keep
I think-
getting each other's
You know,
things?
I
or
think that's
something?
why Kyle wasn't good at school because he couldn't concentrate. His mind was
But like,
constantly
did you ever
going.
get any like
That's the same as me.
telekinetic
And
sort of
I'm the
I was
same.
all
Like,
interested.
or something?
I just wasn't. I didn't
my
have any
concentration is good, but it's better because I take things to make it better. Like,
But no, but like, have you ever noticed like some like so say like I don't know, you're sitting round the table having breakfast when you're a wee guy just before you go to school, and like I don't know, Kyle said something and you were just like sitting going, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I don't think it's a thing towards the twin.
Like,
Like,
there has been
connection.
studies into it, and there can
Ah.
be, especially because you
I
were
think you have to be.
identical twins.
Well, we're not identical, no.
You know,
No.
mate, you look the same.
You
Well,
do
we-
look kind
in-
of
in-
There's
in-
similarities.
We
I don't
do,
think
but
you're,
I
like,
mean, I kind
identical,
of look like brother Ryan as well. Like, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
Oh, that's
that's
just
true.
a family, I suppose.
genes.
Yeah.
So that's just me and Kyle the same.
Like
We-
Kyle and you don't look the same now.
It just
In
depends
primary
on the
school, we
way.
did-
See, in
Fucking,
primary school, like the
primary
early
school,
primary school,
I'd
like,
get
I couldn't
called.
tell you apart.
I got called Kyle all the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
we had the same glasses, similar
Like,
height.
yeah,
I
you're
think,
just-
at a
you're
certain,
the
I think at
exact
a certain
same.
point in time, you definitely look more like each other than you do
Oh,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Because when
Some-
you grow,
well,
because
now- I
obviously
think I
when you
look
go
up now
through
a wee
puberty
bit.
and you grow up, like you feel like you
I
definitely
like if
look
Kyle
a lot
walked in now,
different,
I would
like-
know it's Kyle.
Aye.
You know, there's no, it's like
That's
it's
what
been
I
a
mean.
fuss up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like P1,
This
because
is-
you dress
yeah.
the same, and then you always get the same
Aye.
haircuts and stuff.
Aye, because my mum would literally, she just bought the same clothes like for me and
Like,
Kyle.
just bought those, like,
And that's
alright, okay,
why-
if that fits Jack, it'll fit Kyle.
That's why
Makes
I grew
sense,
out my hair and that just to like look a bit different from sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why, you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
I can definitely, obviously, I can notice the difference now, but I feel like maybe in like first year, like whenever
Aye.
we like kind of met,
But-
I wouldn't have noticed
But
as
that's
much.
I mean, like me and Kyle, I can definitely see like we're literally from the same thing, like the same egg. But this, because you can just tell we're so similar, but we're also not. We're completely polar
Yeah.
opposite
Yeah.
in personality and everything. But we're just so similar in how our brains work. I think.
Call of
What's
Duty.
going on down there,
Average
man?
Call of Duty.
The tech support is crawling about
Tech support.
behind the scenes. He's just dropped his
Oh,
phone.
the health bar.
Oh no, it's fucking £8. Never mind. Fucking hell.
I
I
know.
thought it was the phone. I was like, oh no.
no.
That's mean like,
Fucking health
I
bar.
don't know if I'm gonna have kids, but if I did, I'm kind of scared in case I got the twin gene. That's my
God.
Yeah, they do say
Does
that.
that
that it,
actually-
like,
does that
it
actually
yeah.
passes
So
in case
well,
you like
so the
it?
thing is, like, I think me and Kyle are one of us because it can skip a generation, but then I think like me or Kyle's got to have it. So it's got to one of us has got to have it,
Oh.
and I'm not gonna be wanting to find out if
You
I've
seen
got
the
it or not.
fucking freaks in America that like there's like twins that marry sets of twins and like
What?
live their lives the exact same as each other and stuff.
Did
That's
you
terrifying.
have
I
you-
feel
Yeah.
like that scares me.
did you see that
Pretty
inbred
cool.
family in America? They're on.
Oh, which
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
There's about
Oh,
4
no,
million.
it's a famous one where like, they're
Yeah.
protected by like, the
Yep.
town and all that.
Yep.
They're on that.
Oh,
You know that.
Touch our
God.
fucking
Is that the one that goes,
Specialtons.
No, you
You
know
just tossed a couple of dogs, mate.
It's that.
I'm so unexcited to hear about this.
No. It's the channel that interviews like different people, like about like,
Yeah,
homeless people,
that's exactly-
heroin
yeah.
addict or whatever. Aye. So I think they interviewed like this not cannibal, inbred family.
Fucking hell.
It's a bit of a
Actually-
mix-up.
No,
They
I was-
look
put
like
them in a
cannibals,
room
but
with-
they
No, I was
did
thinking
look
like,
like
you know why I
cannibals,
said
but-
that? I was thinking about wrong turn movies because they're
Alright.
like inbred cannibal people.
Yeah.
But anyway, they did look like them to be fair, because we're all heavy fucked
The
up.
Red Dead 2
fucking
fucking
Texas
you could bump
Chainsaw
into.
Yeah, but
Massacre.
they're a real family and they get protected by like the sheriffs in the town, like people. They don't let anybody near them because
That's weird.
they're
That's super. I feel like
Let's be
America as a
honest,
country
but-
yeah,
is
I
the
was gonna
weirdest.
say,
That's the weirdest
they're all
country.
fucked
to
up,
live
but-
America's
in.
fucked. Like, there's too many people in America.
I think it's the weirdest country ever made. Like, and it's
I-
not even
I-
been
I
around
think-
that long.
I
as
think
well,
Russia
you know what
is
I mean?
such
Well,
a big country, and yet there's
210
not
years.
enough like
That's
fuck ups.
absolutely nothing.
That's what I mean.
Like,
No,
in
no, it's bad.
comparison.
Like I was watching this guy. He was like an African, like I don't know. He was obviously one of the countries or whatever. Like in it, like the state. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
I know it's like
Well, a president or
he's something like that. And this American guy was interviewing him saying how like Africa's pure corrupt and all that. And
Yeah.
it's full of corruption. And he was like, Africa's only like fucking like I don't know how old it is.
Yeah,
like,
like,
less than 50.
we
Yeah.
only got our country back like 20 years
Aye,
ago.
like,
Fuck
so,
up.
it's been like
Literally.
less than 50 years. And he was
Let
like,
us sort out this shit. You fucking colonised us.
and
Let
that's
us
what I mean,
sort it
that's
out.
what I mean, like you literally colonized us. You also are the most corrupt country in the world. You've been around for
Yeah.
210 years. The thing is,
Yeah.
like, that's what he was trying to say, oh, you're corrupt. But it's like, mate, America kill Waynes and Iran and that. The fucking, you know what I
fact.
mean? Like,
America just fucking
Drone
banned
people, mate.
abortions.
Exactly that as well. Like they're the most corrupt people in the world, mate. I mean, every country's corrupt.
Exactly.
I mean, we're fucking
Oh,
corrupt.
To
as
be
well,
honest,
man.
I do
Oh, the
hate.
UK is
I
a
do
shit
hate
country,
America.
but-
I hate the UK as well.
On
But,
the
I mean,
Scotland.
I don't think the
Yeah,
UK.
the way that we can just fucking round this off.
See if I can move
we'd be
somewhere-
much better off as Scotland.
if I could actually decide where to live,
Exactly,
right,
Jason.
I'd probably pick like Norway or
political views.
Switzerland. I think. One of
I
them
feel
two.
like they have
What
some
Jason said.
better.
I agree.
They have some
Norway
better
is
systems.
Norway is probably the best like livable place. Like
Although the Scandinavian countries do have the highest suicide rates.
Yeah, so
Do they?
no, so does Japan though. So a
Ah,
lot of people.
But everyone idolises them, goes, yeah, it looks really nice.
well, no, I
That
don't
looks
know.
like a really nice way to
Norway,
live.
no,
Yeah.
but Norway, like
Everyone's just fucking hanging themselves.
Norway. What is Norway's? What do you call it? What's their fucking the money they make? Is it not like fucking average like 20 quid or something like that?
You know, things are expensive.
Aye.
Like you can buy a sandwich and it's like 15. What currency do the Norwegians use?
I can't remember. Is it
Is it
is
krona or something?
Krona, Serk,
Sek.
Sek.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sek, Swedish.
Oh no, we're talking
but-
about Norway.
No, the Sweden.
Is it not just called the Nor? Is it not the?
Swedish is Sek.
Hold
I
on,
don't know what the
let me
rest of
search
it
up.
is.
I'm sure it's the no. Maybe
I'm not
Denmark's the krona.
I'm not too sure.
Denmark's the one. It looks like a donut. Their coins have got a wee hole. In
Aye,
them.
it's
Actually,
got a wee thing in
I
it.
only know that because of fucking Young Lean.
So it's funny saying krona and
Hold
not
on.
meaning corona.
Hold on, let's see.
Let's look up our currencies.
Was it like 5 vodka?
I'm
lemonades?
fucking.
Uh,
Yeah, I think 7. Mate.
Oh, krone. It's a krone. Norwegian krone.
Ah.
Actually, there's a
What's
Aye, the
Sweden?
Swedish is
Swedish sek?
krona. It's just
I thought it was- I
krona.
thought it was
I knew
sek.
one was krona.
And then the
Stupid.
Danish is krone as well.
Yeah,
Okay, I need to look.
it's
this
all
up.
like crown
I don't
basically.
know
And then
what I
the
thought- I
Swiss
don't know what I
franc.
thought about it.
Big franc.
I love that it's the Swiss franc, but France have got
Mate,
rid of
did you
the
see
francs.
Did you see the pound dropped like fucking major by?
Oh, this
The
is what I'm
Swi-
saying. We'd be so
Mate.
much better off in Scotland, man.
I think that's the first time it's dropped more than the dollar, like less than it. You know what I mean? So I know, no, Norway. Like I mean, people say that's a good place to like work and live, but obviously you can
I
all
think
live there.
Norway get a lot right, definitely. But
Aye.
then, do you know
Oh,
what I think might play
yeah.
into the suicide rates?
What is it?
I was right, but it was just like it's Sek is Swedish krona. That's what it's,
Krona.
it stands for. Sek.
Oh, like
Oh,
so, like
Swedish
when it's
krona.
abbreviated, it's like
It's called
SEK
SEK,
because
aye.
the
That's
SE
what it
from Sweden
I-
and then K
Yeah,
for
that's
krona.
what it was.
Krona,
Aye.
I knew it was Sek though.
Aye. So I know.
But no, I think a lot of what plays into it is the daylight. Because see when
Yeah.
you're up north, some of these countries, it's like
Yeah,
see when
you
it gets
don't
into
get
their
that much.
winter season,
They're fucked.
there's like either it's
Same at
daylight
Oslo.
all the time or there's like no light
Well,
at
it's
all.
kind of like us, mate. We're always overcast. Like we
I kind
No,
of
when it comes to our winter months, so we get like I don't know, like
'Cause
5 hours of daylight.
seasonal
And it's
depression is
pretty
bad here. I
depressing,
think
yeah.
like
That's why I don't. That's why I hate winter so much because I just feel like it just dips my mood down so much. 'Cause
Yeah.
by the see if I'm going into work
It's
and
even-
it's dark and I'm coming out of work and it's dark and I only time I see sunlight when I'm in
Aye.
work. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
But I think like it's weird because I feel like there is seasonal depression. 'Cause I feel like it's just like I don't think it's anything to do with the
It's a lack of like vitamin D.
I think
Yeah.
it's random as well though. Like I think like it can just happen like
It
in
usually
certain
hits me,
times.
for me. It hits me in like November. That's usually when
Aye.
it kicks in.
I'm like I get it every like 2 months or something. It'll come back and then
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
just
definitely.
get it when Mariah Carey comes on the radio.
Yeah,
That's when I know it's
I-
like it's
it's-
depression
no,
season.
I
I'm
listen-
not gonna lie. I hate like Christmas time.
Oh,
Not
shit,
Christmas
aye,
Day, but
shit,
see
mate.
Christmas time personally. I just think it's an awful time to be here.
I'm like
it just is. Like it's just not like it's
I
just really
don't
it's just
like
overwhelming.
I was talking
It's
about
just
this, like
overwhelming,
I hate
like-
things like
Eggs and blankets.
see like Father's Day and that.
Aye, like on the day.
Aye, on the
obviously
day,
you have-
aye,
obviously
sorry,
you have
aye.
fun.
Christmas,
But I feel like-
grand, mate.
I feel like it's
Oh.
almost built so that you
Yeah.
have one fun like week and then it's just shit after that.
Yeah.
Like,
Aye.
shit before.
Christmas
I'm
it's
like,
is
there's-
grand.
I think that's a
sorted.
conspiracy. I think they have like holidays to make things a bit funner, so like
Yeah.
it's not just shit.
Like
because-
I like Halloween, but I don't really like. I don't really like.
You try to say
it just
Jesus wasn't real,
but it
Jack?
rains a lot, like
Oh,
during autumn, which annoys me because I don't
Yeah.
like. I don't like when it's raining all the time either.
I don't mind rain, but same.
Yeah, but not when you're not when you're in it. But
True,
you know what I mean. See when you're like trying to walk somewhere.
No, see, to be fair, right?
I just hate
Midnight
walking.
I
walks,
hate,
mate,
I hate
aye.
pishy rain that's
Yeah, that's what I mean.
that was the day.
See when it's like fucking coming down.
That was
There's
the day,
something
mate.
I really
Depends
like about
if
going
you're
out for a
outside.
walk in the rain when it's absolutely
I feel no,
pissing
it has
down.
to be like
Disagree.
it has to be like wee spills and it's got to be dark, and then you're walking through like the street. That's when
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking, I want to get soaked. I want to come in and have to use about 7
I want
towels,
to
man.
get wet, mate.
Fuck that, man.
Aye.
That's a bum, man. Fuck that.
God.
Fuck that, man.
Right, well, Laird's fucked, so that's usually a good time to wrap up the podcast.
Mate, I'm not fucked all.
Mate,
Sorry.
I heard something from your
I
mouth.
might-
It
Mate,
just
your
sounded
head
like,
has just dropped. And
it sounded
dropped and
like
dropped
jumbled
over
words
the
there.
course of an hour.
I think it all hit you at once.
This is why you don't go for a pish mid podcast.
Sorry. I'm fine. I can act normal.
Wait, we should do a
you-
test, like get him to walk straight or something.
Nah, fuck
Just
that.
like
Fuck
crash
that.
into the.
Oh, let's just hit him with
Fuck
some
that.
like fucking P3
Fuck that.
maths questions.
Aye, go for
See
that
how
then.
quick he
Nah,
gets them.
I'm fine.
Right, Laird, Pythagoras theorem, right?
Just,
Mate, I failed in that 5 maths. It's alright.
Sockatoa, bro.
Laird, what's 5 squared?
Don't have a clue, mate.
Is that 25?
Okay, what's 5 times 5?
Don't know.
What's 5 plus 5?
Don't know.
What's 5?
Don't know.
He's like that. What's he not Beetlejuice? What's his name? The mad guy he goes
This is
like,
kind of brave to be happy.
if I dig a 10 feet
I know,
hole,
Beetlejuice,
I'll
the wee
give it
guy.
a
Beetlejuice,
yeah, yeah.
aye, that's his name,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Is that if I dig a 10 feet
Mate,
hole,
it's alright.
how big's that hole?
It's alright,
35.
I love Miss Can't Breathe. Fuck, man. She's so healthy.
Right. On that note,
That's definitely time to wrap up.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
we have been, well, I've been Jason, joined by Jack,
Jack.
Laird for half the podcast, and Hamish.
After the
Hey.
podcast. Fuck up.
All right. Bye.
See you next week.